between Baba and Yomi each other.
Now.
Yeah, that's why I said that my bum is still paining me. I took diclofenac and ceftriaxone.
Wait till you do Mohbad. You sure say everything they okay?
Be on record though.
You sure say everything they okay?
Now I understand what Mohbad went through to some point. This is when you take the ceftriaxone, you have to open your mouth like this. And what I'm thinking right now, because now I'm having some kind of experience, I'm thinking right, it is possible Mohbad never ate that indomie. They lied.
Yeah.
They have to work out something that hate this and that. Something happened in that house, which they all lied just to save themselves.
Then why are they lying? Yes. Mommy is the one that killed Mohbad.
Because how can you even come give somebody injection without even doing blood tests?
Yes,
now I understand that before you even go for your treatment, do your blood test. You know what?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
So I don't understand. Like that man, that boss man, he gets a lot when you want to talk. Oh, I swear.
No, he has a lot to say.
He has a lot to say. Oh,
they are all the same.
He has a lot to say.
I swear. It was just burning Baba this morning. It was just burning Baba this morning. I was like, where Paparino day?
He was giving time and date.
He was backing it up with time and date too.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered by whatsoever that they want to say now. I just know they are kids. When I was calling baby lawyer, now I'm confused, even confronting me, telling me that I'm not the one calling baby lawyer. Then I was saying that they went to bring baby lawyer for us. The father is somewhere and you're bringing the baby. Now they are saying that I'm not the one.
You're saying like now, this friendship to that they contributed money for. Say, make we not expect anything.
It's not aware. It's not aware.
He doesn't know anything about this thing, and he's not following up itself. He's dead collecting their money. That's it.
Where will it go? You see, and I said this morning. Well, I'll play everything. Let us get it.
Are we going to get justice? Like, is there going to be like?
I can't tell you. See, let me tell you something about justice. Just like when you play football, you don't know where the mistake will come from. There can be mistake from both sides. But the woman told they can make somebody in the woman can defect. All right, and that will give them the code. It may even be at the end. Somebody may just start confessing. That will happen. Okay, it may not even be that it is what Baba do that will give us justice. Just like our video was sent to your family. Somebody can wake up and just start confessing. So, and from there, justice will just come. Not that anybody worked for it. So, like I told you,
if there's a ruling on the case, probably they found, I'm just saying probably they found Wunmi or the nurse guilty and there's a ruling on the case. Later in the next 2 years, and someone started confessing, can they reopen the case?
Yes. Even after 10 years.
No criminal shall go unpunished, just like the Bible said.
Yeah, in this case, where everybody is looking for their pockets. You know, Onile came this morning, and Onile came this morning, and he said, like, this is the only panel that everybody could just, come put in their thoughts. This panel is not for justice for Baba Mohbad. The panel is not for justice for Baba Mohbad. The panel is just for justice for Mohbad.
You didn't drag him.
They did not drag him.
They did not drag him, no.
They did not drag him. It was just Ishak and the boss man that were just facing the
If Ishak and the boss man, no one
they were just like fuck it up. They were just like, I was like, Papa.
Before you go, I don't know, before you went up, like you spoke with Comfy, but she later came up later.
No. Today was hot. I enjoyed today. Today was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's been long. I enjoyed it. When you were talking to her, it was there like I discovered that Madam Coffee is a pushover person. So it's what they told tell us to come up to extended Buki Jason.
Yes.
That one will be my business.
She doesn't have money.
They don't want you to touch Baba. They don't want you to touch Baba at all. They don't want you to ask about money. They don't want you to ask about anything. They don't want to be. They just don't want you to move towards that red line, which is Baba.
Yeah.
We could just leave Baba alone. We could just leave.
How long can they continue to defend that? That's not outside.
We shall find justice.
Exactly. So you see them no more.
Yeah, we find justice. Oh God. Today was good.
No, why is this thing taking time now?
I really enjoyed it, and I love those moderators. They did not drop anybody. They didn't drop anyone. They
already know how it works.
I just like no. But Papa, you're supposed to be resting by now, yeah?
Resting like my bum is paining me.
Yes, now.
They said I'm shortage of knacking, that I should be knacking very well.
Paparino.
How are you?
Madam, good evening.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Thank you. Paparino, see, we will get justice, but we should take things easy at this point. We should take things easy at this point. We will get justice, but as in the bashing is getting too much.
Yes.
I won't lie about that, really. But we should just try to take things easy, even for our own mental health too.
We need the way they hate Yomi Fabi,
it's getting too much.
The
hits on Yomi Fabi,
they don't just like that
on Baba Mohbad these days.
Because they know that he has something.
He's poking.
Because they know that the way he's going.
He's poking. He's poking. Since they couldn't get done in 8 months. On you, people like Okada, be African TV. On you, people like Okada.
Yomi Fabi to the sharing.
Now, see, the hits on Yomi Fabi is too much, which I will not lie. The hits on Baba Mohbad, the hits on African TV. We have to take things easy. Easy. We will get the justice. It's normal. Like one thing I tell people is, it's normal we fight like this. Because why? We're in the jungle right now.
Arresting the nurse and spending.
Is that
what?
What is justice to you?
Let's know. Who do you think if they arrest you will say we get justice? Because right
all
now,
of them need to be called for questioning again, one after the other.
So that we begin to separate ourselves, because Baba is saying confidentially we will get justice. All those Baba will get justice. I don't know what justice they want to get. So now the justice that the government want to give, okay, since 2 years ago, since Baba died, is having the nurse arrested for what killed Mohbad and Mohbad died on Tuesday. That is their justice. Your own justice, if they arrest the nurse and then the nurse finally go down, is that justice for you?
No, because
before you will say you have justice.
No, because it's not only the nurse. Okay, if it's the nurse, they have to give us the good evidences that back it up, that will actually show that it's the nurse that crime Mohbad.
They have all the evidence right now. The nurse is accepting her. First, herself is an evidence because she confessed. The law says, section 140 of the Evidence Act says anybody who voluntarily confesses to committing a crime is an evidence, a cogent evidence.
If the nurse accepted that is the one he did it, okay, let her go for it.
So would that be justice for you if they arrest the nurse, just like they are trying to do right now, and not Wumi and others and co?
Before they would, if they call the nurse for questioning, they will know that, and if the nurse accepted that she did it.
Get my point. They bring the nurse to cover up. Okay, everybody already know. Adebin is a nurse that we want to arrest. Nurse is ready to go down. She doesn't have a problem. Okay, but people really want to know something else. All right. So let's at the end of the day, nurse go down. You'll be happy to be celebrating that you have gotten justice. That's what I want to know.
No, not really, because
so who do you think they arrest before you will be celebrating?
My own is I know only the nurse cannot do it.
You are not.
Who should know too?
The direction that I want you to go. When you say right now, the only evidence we have is the evidence that the nurse did it. So do you have any other evidence that somebody else did something? And where is the evidence for you to be sure that we are going to get justice?
That is where the police will not do more investigation about what is going on.
Wait. For you to be saying we'll get justice, it means you depend on something that will give you justice, right? So now police have done their best. It is the nurse that they see. They didn't see anything else. So for you to be here right now and say you will get evidence. So I want to know your confidence is coming from where. Do you have something else you think will give us justice? Because it's
Paparino, but with the new updates that Baba.
When Baba is saying we'll get justice, what is it depending on? Because me, I believe that anybody can say we'll get justice. Even Wumi can come out and say we'll get justice. Justice for Wumi is to arrest the nurse because she believes the nurse killed Mohbad. So is that the same justice that you believe?
No, if the nurse said it was Wumi that killed Mohbad, there's no evidence that back it up. And if you said this was the nurse that killed Mohbad, there's no evidence that back it up. So I can see the evidences before. I cannot say this person crime Mohbad.
Let's not define what an evidence is. They asked the nurse, did you come to that house? Yes. Did you meet Mohbad alive? Yes. Now, do you have any other evidence to prove that the nurse is lying? I mean, the nurse didn't meet Mohbad alive. Nurse, when did Mohbad die? I gave Mohbad injection, then Mohbad started shaking, and then he died. Who killed Mohbad? It's a nurse, practically. So if you are saying that you don't agree to that,
Paparino, please. Paparino, please. But with the new updates now, the Baba said that Mohbad died on Monday.
Is Baba an evidence for Baba saying Mohbad died? Was he there Mohbad died?
It was Baba there.
Wumi that was there said Mohbad died on Tuesday. Mohbad wasn't there.
There must be an evidence.
You guys must begin to know what they call an evidence. Okay?
Did Baba actually say that by himself? Baba is not in the house now.
How is he supposed to know what time he died or not? He wasn't there.
Exactly. He's not in the house now.
Wasn't there. Now, go just let these people get away with murder straight up. But let's just let them get away with
They
murder.
don't know how to get evidence. They don't have any evidence.
We don't have any evidence now.
Blah, 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 blah.
And this Wumi girl must be doing something right for the 8 of them or the 9 of them in that house.
The evidence
Supporting her
everybody
or backing her up.
the nurse. Then the nurse is going down. She's
The
glad.
nurse is going down now. At this point, they go just carry money, give nurse. Spend 6 months or a year in one prison. After then, she go the top life, they go. Case closed. Till after 5 years or 6 years, when she decides to have conscience. After 5 years or 6 years, when she decides to have conscience, she will start talking. But at that point in time, there's no point to defend anything. Everybody don't move up. Nigeria is just somehow Jari.
That's what I'm asking. People just open their mouth will get justice. What kind of justice would you get? And what have you been doing to get that justice? What do you have as an evidence to get that justice that you think? Because we need to believe we'll get justice. We mean, I said to God,
Well, I believe the reason because everybody believes that if the police do their job diligently, definitely they will know what crime Mohbad.
the police have done their own job.
When has the police ever
If you don't agree with what the police have done so far, don't be saying we'll get justice. For you to say we'll get justice, make sure you have something you are
Or anything that makes Baba, no, don't Papa, anything that made Baba to say that they should take the case to court. Baba have something with him that you don't want to discuss now. Baba said the court. That's what Baba said.
That is wrong, please. Baba is not the one that determines who will go to court.
I know, but do you know if Baba has any evidences?
There's no evidence. There's no evidence at this point. Evidence is refused for like 8 months.
Do you know how people get to court? Do you know how they get to court? Let me explain to you. It is the job of the director of public prosecution to evaluate the people that police have arrested and sent to the DPP for a case to answer. Who has a case to answer? Right now, as it stands, women, crime boy, all of them, they are not suspect. Police don't see anything that they have done wrong. Okay? So police is the one who prepare people and send it to DPP. Then DPP is the one who will finally prepare who will go to court. Baba Mohbad, Mama Mohbad, Yahoo Mohbad, none of them has any such right to tell who and who to go to court. They are not the DPP. They are not the public prosecutor. They are just the father of the deceased. If they want to make their own case, they can go to have a civil case, one-on-one, like that is not a criminal case, and sue women directly. They have their own evidence. But if it is this criminal case, it is whoever police have investigated and they find to have committed a crime, they send it to DPP, then DPP will look into it. For example, like Prime Boy, when DPP looked into the reason why police brought Prime Boy, DPP didn't see much evidence. Then they free Prime Boy. So Baba Mohbad cannot come and say, take everybody to court. Who is he? People should understand. He doesn't have mouth, so there's nothing he can say, he can do. There's nothing. All the best Baba can do is what you can do, anybody can do. That is report to the police if you have any evidence. Then police will go arrest the person. But if you don't have ordinary mouth, you say, pack everybody to court. Who are you? There's a process to take people to court. It's not a case whereby, like, it's not like inquest. Like inquest now, they are finding what killed Mohbad, so they need to hear from everybody. And inquest send anybody to jail. They don't arrest anybody. They just want to hear their story so that they will now know who they will go, who they will send to proper courts. Through everything that happened in the inquest, they will know who will go to proper courts. Not everybody that comes to inquest must go to proper court. It doesn't work like that. So Mohbad doesn't know what he's saying. They are lost. It's a wrong statement for him to.
Has the nurse been arrested?
Who is he to say we should take everybody to court?
Has the nurse been arrested?
Nurse is under bail. She's been arrested.
Child.
Nurse and standing bail.
Child.
Paparino, I'm sorry, Matt. Well, let me try and answer my own question, the question you asked here. I feel like the way this, if there's any little light that could come out of this, is for those people who are, what do you call them? Critical thinkers. People who should listen, or people who know what have. Is the fact that if he gives a strong fight in that coroner inquest, in the sense that, Paparino, please follow my train of thought. In the sense that, like you said, nurse, my thoughts, yeah? I didn't do a thorough investigation of it. They didn't ask her the right questions. That's my thoughts. And that's my opinion. So if
forget my opinion, we can evaluate opinions, don't worry.
Right. So to me, I feel like they didn't ask her enough questions because Paparino, let's even start from this. You, the nurse, you said you treated Mohbad. You didn't know Mohbad before, right? You didn't know this family that close. You are spending nurse. And it doesn't sound like you're spending, personal nurse, maybe spending the star that you go with him, like a personal doctor. No. So how is it that you know everybody in that house? How?
Oh, yeah. Now, this is the thing here. Let us just make something. It is not Wahab Shitu that will conclude what happened in the inquest. They are all there to make the coroner. It is the job of the coroner to find what killed Mohbad and to find thought in her own wisdom. It is her job, not any other lawyer job. So after all the inquest, now right now, doing what would make the judges, the magistrate is watching and seeing. Okay, so after everything that has been said and done in the inquest will end, then the magistrate will look into, she must have been looking at whatever all of them they have said and the way they answer the question. Then now she will make her final decision on what she thinks killed Mohbad.
Right,
the people should think that should be reinvestigated or who should be examined. She will refer them to the DPP and DPP will give the legal advice on it. That will be it.
Okay. Right. Okay.
No matter what you do. I mean, who is he?
Okay, fair enough. So for me, I just feel like while he's there in the coroner inquest, and I think the first thing they've asked the nurse is to show pictures of this is Mohbad, this is Adura. Who exactly did you treat? First things first.
Oh no. So that one should have happened during questioning.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. So, but if nobody has done that, then that has done.
And they glossed over the fact that they didn't allow her to recount her story. I mean, it's an inquest. You're supposed to allow her to speak, to tell you what happened. It's still her memory.
What they do, even myself, I don't understand. They just do an adoption of their deposition. Like they already have an affidavit where they have everything crafted, written on the paper already. Okay, what their truth is. So they share it among the parties concerned. So they are asking questions. For example, they will say in paragraph 20, can you clear what you mean there in your deposition? Me, I would have been thinking it would have been something whereby they would just go, by themselves, or not deposition, nothing. Let them just speak. Whatever they speak there will be recorded as an oath. There's nothing about that oath. Whatever they say in the inquest will be recorded as their own part of their story on that oath. But they already have a statement on that oath already before they came to the inquest. So that's another thing that I'm worried about.
And that's, I know what is the proof. What is the guarantee that they were not, what is the word now, agitated when they were giving that testimony? They should just do it. They should have done double confirmation now. There's nothing wrong with that. It's an inquest. We're trying to find out, recount your story.
Yes, but I think one other area, and that is what I and this guy touched in the morning, and the same problem African TV had in its group at the time, the same problem around and the legal team have. And that is where I kind of like disagree with Yomi Fabi, because I said there was a time it was on my platform that I said, do you mind if we speak to your lawyer, the lawyer of Break the Silence Foundation? And he said no, like he doesn't want to speak to the lawyer of the foundation. So, like, and I start taking myself behind that. I don't even know what's going on. I mean, I understand the part of the activism, but there's some legal work that has to be put in place as well. Okay, which is technical, which is strategic. For example, I expect some application to be put before the court already, whereby the court can review the decision of the police wanting to investigate that 3 second video, which may be a good lead. And also, I expected Yomi Fabi to work with perhaps Shitun, whereby Yomi Fabi will be a witness. All right. So Yomi Fabi don't want to be a witness to anybody. That's what causes this issue with African TV. African TV has written petition against Adura and needed Yomi to come and confirm that yes, Adura messaged me, Adura sent me this thing. So which will now put African TV in the case. All right. Without Yomi, because Yomi was the one message. Yomi is a stand witness. So Yomi did not cooperate with that. And then now, in the morning, Baba Mabad group, they also said that Yomi is not cooperating to be a witness to Wahab Shitu in the case. Because it would have been a good one if Yomi is a witness to Wahab Shitu with that case in the coroner inquest. Whereby Wahab, Sanshit, of course, we have to convince the magistrate that let a panel be set up to unravel that video, that may possibly help to establish the immediate line of change that caused Nobel. So if that is brought before the inquest with a witness, I think the inquest may consider it, and in that way you bypass the police. So you don't have to be begging the police there right now. And another way in which I told you, and I read it here, by law, you can package your evidence, which I read the section of law here. Yes. You can send your evidence to the DPP directly. You can compile your evidence and send to the DPP directly through the police to the DPP, and you can also send to the DPP directly. So DPP on it, they will look into it and see whether it's good enough to establish their case, because they are the one on the case. So Adebi Yomi Fabi has sent this 3 second video with a petition of how Adura messaged him and everything to the DPP straight, and that is cooperating with Sanshit, okay, in this case. So the compression between Yomi Fabi and Sanshit will likely give Wahab Shitu. I'm just trying to make these guys feel like when they can wake up and be calling Bankole and shit thing, because it will get to their head. They are not the one who is over. Okay, I can play both. I can be very intelligent. I can be unintelligent, depending on whoever that I have to deal with. And Sanshit, okay, as I said, yes. So Sanshit can have a leverage, can have an opportunity to be able to apply for fiat to the Attorney General of the state. That is after they have sent the video to the DPP and DPP said, no, I'm not interested in this 3 second video. That will pave way for Sanshit to condemn, to say that DPP cannot give justice to Mohbad, all right? To state that as a good reason, which if the state, if that case is put before the Attorney General of the state, that may be a consideration to allow a private individual like Sanshit to prosecute the case. And if Sanshit prosecute the case, believe me, you will get justice from about 100%. If he is a prosecutor, if Sanshit is going to be the lawyer that represents Mohbad in the criminal court, believe me, I will tell you that I have confidence to 80% level that Mohbad may get justice if he's not compromised. Because now, we don't have to go through, we don't have to be begging the police. Sanshit will only order them that do this investigation and submit on my table. Same thing DPP would have been telling police that do this investigation and submit it to my table. So DPP, the legal team represents the Ministry of Justice, and then they work with evidence, police investigation. So now if there is a lawyer there instead of DPP, the lawyer too will tell the police to go arrest some people. Like Sanshit can wake up and say that Wunmi is a suspect. You understand? Because you can dictate, just like DPP can wake up today and command the police to Adura, like how it happened last time, okay, or arrest any individual. and say that they have a reason that to say that the person is a suspect. So the person now, when the person is in front of the criminal court, it is the same sanction that will cross-examine the person. You see? So that one, where me I'm losing my hope is when you tell me that the government lawyer is the one that wants to stand for Mohbad. That is the DPP. You see? I mean, if they want to stand for Mohbad, how can they defend Mohbad? And they are even the one they are even the one, the last table that establish who a suspect is the DPP. They are the one who will say that by law, Section 174 says that the Attorney General of the state has the power to undertake a case, continue a case, or even discontinue any case. That is, the Attorney General of the state has every power to say that Mohbad case is not worth a criminal case, and there is nothing any court can do in Nigeria. Like I read an example yesterday, the case of Ilori versus Lagos State, where the Attorney General discontinued the criminal case and the person appealed to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court upheld Section 174 that it is an absolute power vested on the Attorney General of the state. So it means in this case right now, but the Attorney General of the state, they act in the interest of justice of the people. But again, anybody can be corrupt. So the Attorney General of the state wake up today and say Mohbad's death is a natural death. There's nothing anybody can do about it. All you can do, you can protest, and only him will have to review his decision. No other power in Nigeria can review his decision by law.
So, Papi, sorry to cut you. So, just to grasp what you're saying. So, basically, now the case is hanging on the balance of the fact that they're able to bring concrete, convincing evidence to turn the case over. Correct?
No, right now, right, where all hope get lost is when we are depending on the DPP to decide who is a suspect or who is not a suspect. Because at the end of the day, if DPP insists that by the power vested on them, who they think is a suspect in this case is the nurse and maybe spending. Again, if you have any evidence, you have to take it to them. They should be convinced that whatever evidence you bring is huge enough to make another person a suspect. But that is the last table where whoever is a suspect is discussed. So that is it. And that's as long as fiat is not given in this case. Believe me, the behavior of the government already in this case, for me, I don't think it guarantees justice. And people like Mohbad and his gangsters, they are sleeping. By the time they will wake up and begin to see what we are seeing right now, where we have lived the case, because we are always ahead of them. We are always ahead of them. All right. Now, okay, look at Corona inquest.
Paparino, I want to ask you, I heard something you said just now. You said the DPP cannot represent Mohbad in this case.
No, I didn't say so. I said if fiat is gotten by the family lawyer, that is sound shit. If they get a fiat, for me, I will think that I will say there's possibility of 100, if we have an 8% chance that Mohbad will get justice. But if it is the DPP that goes ahead, which they are already in the process, I don't trust that they can defend Mohbad very well. And they want to even, to dictate who the suspect is going to be.
I think the major issue here is the people don't seem to trust the state. And unfortunately, it is the state that has prerogative over a criminal like this.
The Attorney General of the states.
Yes, fiat is not. There are conditions of giving fiat. Fiat is like if the state subjects or arrogates their powers to another body to act on their behalf. But in this case, the state has power to act, and there is no need for fiat, no matter how anybody fights for it.
No, I mean anyone can apply for it, but it is up to that.
If you apply for it, it won't be granted in this case.
Why?
You know why it won't be granted? The state has every apparatus to prosecute this matter.
No, you're not getting the point.
The state is the chief prosecutor.
For example, now, okay.
You know, fiat called one of the reasons.
Let's say the DPP who is prosecuting the case, okay, has been, let me say, has been found to be compromising. Okay.
Thank you.
Which we do not
Thank
trust.
you. You use the word found to have compromised.
Yes.
Then you need evidences to prove that.
Sure. And if that
today, there is no evidence of such.
No, that's why I said, if you listen to me, I said that if the 3-second video witnessed by the Fabi is tabled before the magistrate court and is also sent to the DPP, if DPP denies that he will not follow up with that prima facie, with that little evidence, that's an issue. Because this is somebody's confession that they know how we push Mohbad to death. So DPP should order the police to investigate on that 3 seconds video. And him failure to do so can be considered as an injustice. What if that video contains what killed Mohbad? You understand?
What you are still saying is in the premises of assumptions.
Like how?
To law, assumption
let's say you are the DPP.
Does not really take time.
Let's say you are the DPP.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am Yomi Fabi and Sanshit. We have an evidence table before you. And in the evidence is that one of the suspects living who was present at the time of death of Mohbad confessed in a text message through his handle page to me how we push Mohbad to his death and promised me to send a portion of the video, which he has done, and he has also alleged that there exists a full form of the video. All we have to do is to follow the little evidence and retrieve the bigger evidence. So now, So now, for the DPP or maybe you to completely turn a blind eye to that, I mean, that's an obstruction of justice. That's compromisation. That's using a potential evidence backed by a confession, and you don't want to go that area. Why? That can be labeled as a compromisation. That's why I say that I've been saying it before that they need to work at some point with Yomi Fabi, but Yomi Fabi likes to work alone. Maybe he feels like, you will know, if Yomi Fabi work with Bam, everybody will be paying money to Obama, so he will just be there like a helper. Okay, and he who also need funds. So fund is a major issue here right now. So that is what is causing the issue. Yomi Fabi could have worked with Obama, but again there will be issues. Okay, so those are the things that I dictated earlier, because right now that Yomi himself is getting, to a bottleneck, or is getting tight, is getting to a certain limit. How can he proceed here right now? Police don't
Paparino.
what will we do?
Paparino.
What
you are trying to explain. What you are trying to explain is correct, to the best of my knowledge, about the issue of DPP, the 3 seconds video, if they are able to work together. But what you just said now, I don't seem to see it as what is being the issue between them. I think the issue is the dragging of Yomi Fabi at the beginning, because they don't seem to see it as someone they can need in function.
Something costs something. Money costs everything. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know. That is what I'm saying, that the dragging of that monetary issue has led to what is happening now, because Yomi is not... Yomi did not trust the Baba Mohbad's team. Baba Mohbad's team did not trust Yomi as well.
That the reason why they don't like Yomi is that he's trying to take the case from Baba. That's what this issue said in the morning.
Yes.
He's trying to take a case that Baba Mohbad has been on. Now, why would he do that? So he's trying to take it from them. So that's why
that is exactly what I'm trying to explain.
I asked him, I said, if there are many...
That is what caused the dragging at the beginning. But now, everybody is now on the tight corner, which they now need each other to progress on this case.
Exactly. And I asked the guy in the morning, and he was fair enough. I said, who need each other more? Over Yomi Fabi.
Baba Mohbad needs Yomi Fabi more.
He said it clearly, yeah. Baba Mohbad needs...
even if it is to beg Yomi Fabi to cooperate with him, he needs him more.
Yeah.
But the people supporting him does not seem to see it that way.
I also recommend this case to lawyers present here, discussing with them sometimes. If you are the one you are hanging in this particular phone. What else do you do? I mean, they recommend all this option, and I discuss it here.
Paparino, see what me I think. Yeah? I think that I may be different. I think that they need to get that video, if there's any sense into it, to the coroner inquest as you have
You are
said.
very far from your phone. You are very, very far from your phone.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming.
Moving forward, Paparino, I think it is high time everybody needs to do the right thing. We all need to come back to the drawing board
For
and
them to be able to
think
use that
out.
second video, but I'm about need that 3 second video as a second option. Okay, aside the autopsy and toxicology. But for them to use it, they need they need him to come and be a witness that truly this message was sent to him. That is when it can be taken as an evidence, because you have to see the phone, the original person that was contacted, not just somebody who picked it somewhere. So, yeah. So, and that is a prima facie.
It is quite unfortunate to my thinking. It is quite unfortunate everybody found themselves in this position.
The question of Adura.
Sorry, maybe I'm close by the phone now. Please don't be upset, John. So my question I wanted to ask is, or say, whatever my thoughts, is that if they can get that 3 second video, I have 2 questions for you, Paparino, first things first, but let me just. They should get that 3 second video, that little evidence or big evidence. What that evidence, if they can get it to the coroner inquest, that's all that matters.
Right? But they need the family to do that.
Exactly. So if they can come to a consensus where they agree and say, you know what, we'll compromise both ways, but we need to just get some headway. Fair enough. Now, Paparino, my second question that is worrying to me, and please, I'm not against Yomi Fabi. I like him. I think he's doing a good job. My question is, have we substantiated that 3 second video is something? You know why I'm asking, Paparino? Because I'm just trying to think, why is the police trying to just throw it off the park like it's nothing?
Yeah, they are throwing it away. In fact, according to Yomi, this coming Friday. 1 minute. Oh God. Yeah, so according to Yomi, I don't know which of the Friday, but to those of you who listen to him all the time, I think I heard Friday. I don't know whether it's this Friday or maybe upcoming Friday. So he said that there's going to be a meeting with, is it which one, this one or the next one?
Yeah,
next
this
one.
one.
Some are saying this week, some are saying next week, Friday. Yes. So according to Yomi Friday, so, okay, next week Friday. I want to say next week Friday. So according to him, I see the game that they played there. This is what me I expect. A petition has been written against Adura, stating the confession of Adura on a criminal case that I want to show you how we may push my brother to death. And Adura is not just a roadside person. Adura is somebody who was present at the crime scene. So he has a confession, and the confession is not just a mere statement, but backed with a prima facie. In the prima facie, it has been, Wumi has confessed to be the one in the 3 second video. All right? And some other person like Zomo has come out to confess that he too was present at the scene. All right? So now, because the sender of the video alleged that it had to do with what killed Mohbad, and very important characters who were also at the scene have confessed that they are in that video. I think the right thing for the police is to try with I've listed 2 tools, a very high forensic tools, Celebrite and Grey King. Celebrite and Grey King can be used on any Android or iPhone device to retrieve any information. In fact, it even says even an encrypted apps like WhatsApp can be deleted video from encrypted app like WhatsApp can be recovered. I played it here the other day. I mean, we all learned about it. Okay, so there's no excuse of the police not trying to bring out that video. The full one, people have been confessing that 10 minutes, 7 minutes, it exists. So the first thing police want to do is to bring out that video, the full form. So in the full form of the video, if there was anything incriminating, then they will invite individuals who they found there. But if police check that video and it's not incriminating, it's very simple. Like the petitioner who is Yomi, who came there, and the Adura, you call them, and then you try to mediate between them. Oh, this is the video. It has nothing to do with this current case, okay? So it's not something that we can pursue with this reasonable ground. The reasonable ground is that upon investigation, we can say that this video has nothing to do with what killed Mohbad, and that is what we are interested in. That is the case we are having. If there's anything inside, you can make separate case. But in the homicide case we are treating, this cannot help us. Simple. Then they should first investigate the video and then now send an invitation to whoever they found there. But what these guys are doing, what the police are doing, they left the video. All right? They are inviting, like what Yomi said, that, and they are playing Yomi. They have been playing him since then. All right? They said that this Friday, I mean, the coming Friday, that they will bring Wumi. Wumi will come. Zomo will come. Okay, because those ones that are alleged to be in the video. So whatever those ones says, police will take it as final. So police is just following testimonies of potential suspects. What if they lie?
Those police are acting like primary school.
You understand? So I say that, you know, he's just alone sometimes, and I also understand like that he needs all of these things. Okay, he needs all of these things, but hey, I'm not gonna like come in between. Like as I've said, you guys know my position. The 3-second video, I think it's because it's a prima facie lead because of the question that this is how we push my brother to death, and this is so at the time of Mohbad's death. Who was there? Is there anything we are hiding? So for me, everybody can be clamoring, and if police don't investigate that video today, 10, 20 years to come, I will keep holding that video. I'll keep holding them onto that video that they missed a prima facie, a leading information that would have helped us unravel what killed Mohbad. I will keep holding them for that. So the better thing for them, and that's the better thing for Yomi right now, one, to cooperate with Mohbad, one, and so that they can have it presented in the inquest. And second thing, Yomi can send that petition to the DPP directly to address that concern. So if it is put before a magistrate court in the coroner, they can subpoena any of those individuals or even create a committee, an investigative forensic body, to go unravel it. Or if you take it to DPP, DPP can order the police to bring the full video to his table. So failure for DPP to follow with such prima facie, with just leading information, for me, I think Baba legal team can use that against the DPP. I mean, that is not ready to help in giving justice to this case because it's turning down different evidences. Obvious. So it's turning them down. So that may be an opportunity for Sanshid to apply for fiat that did not trust the DPP in prosecuting this case, that they can do a better job in prosecuting the case. And yeah, I think that's the only reason that I think maybe can be considered if an application is put before the Attorney General of the state. Yes. So any other question or is there any other observation? It's crazy, eh?
What about the first cooperation Yomi did with Babamo and about the CCTV and later get?
I don't believe in the CCTV. I've said it. That one for me is a joke. It's all drama. What I consider at least as something, it's the 3-second video because of the confession. I don't believe in CCTV or those central processing storage and unit. I don't believe in those things.
You know, yeah. For me, on this 3-second case, I think what has to be pushed really is compelling the police to do proper investigation. Number one, you will recall that police claimed, from what Yomi said in the beginning, that police had charged that other guy. I don't know his name now. The one that Adora said, Damola. Police have charged him to court. Now, if police have charged him to court, it means that police believe it was not Adora that sent that message. To have charged someone else.
For me, that is not a reasonable ground because.
Wait.
Go on.
It means that is the route police want to go. Now, the petitioner, the complainer of the matter that Adura was the one that sent the message. If that person is able to push that had to be done based on subsequent confirmation from different quarters of people that have had truly a video of an extended time exists, confirm that they were also in such video, even when everybody could only see 3 seconds. It then means that an extended video version exists, and it has been confirmed after police had charged someone else for impersonation. Now, based on those premises, police can then further be compelled to say, after what you have said and the person you've charged, there have been new evidences that have pointed to the fact that these people claim they were part of that video. And I think that is what should be pushed. If police is pushed to do...
if it goes to the inquest or to the DPP, there can be a light.
No. Police. See. We are sent to the inquest. Things coming in the inquest is also dependent on the admission of the magistrate allowing it to come.
That's what I'm saying.
If police, the one that is saddled with that responsibility, comes and say, it's an ongoing investigation, comes and say, there have been new, revelation that had come to light and made us to do this and this and this and this, and we believe this could. You understand what I'm saying?
The advantage to the magistrate court is just like the case of Abari Desha, where the legal team of the defendant, they requested from the judge to allow them to use their own private investigator to investigate that Abari Desha.
Yes.
No police investigation show something else. So Babari Desha legal team, their own forensic investigator show something different, and that was more convincing, and that was adopted. Babari Desha did not penetrate that lady. So before the magistrate court, Sanshit can also demand to set up a panel to investigate. So they will contact private and licensed private investigation company in Nigeria. They will order them to do it, and that will be admissible. So you must not always go through the police, because clearly now they are shown that they are not interested. If you go through the police, police will still come back with the same result, that they are not interested. Then now let us bring in private individual. Let them bring the phone. Give the phone to private companies. Just give them 2-3 days. They will bring back everything deleted. In fact, we'll make iCloud, all of those things. Sanshit by now should be demanding for the magistrate to subpoena Wumi to tender all of those things, because they believe that it will strongly help in unraveling what killed Mohbad. And honest, with all sincerity, I think the magistrate is supposed to be able to allow that. Yes. Now I'm focused on solution wherever I see solution coming in. I know barriers. Whenever I see barriers, I think of what.
I know what the SAG needs to put a strong fight as well, because
I told them confirm the money. I say Sanshit, like I see, is just working towards the direction of the nurse. They are not working to prove that something else came about. You understand?
And then Paparino, with everybody who knows, we down on TikTok that knows this case, most of them are close to him. Why can't they give him a crash course? Nobody should come from you. Why can't they give him a crash course on course 101 on the deep?
They are depending on Sanshit. They said he knows everything. You know, like right now, we don't depend. We try to work with them and show them what to do. Women people and women lawyer, they're updating their lawyer, they are working together. But this is our own case. They said the man is old enough to know everything.
They need to update him because of TikTok to be getting new evidence that has come out. You know, that's why we find the evidence of this case. If he doesn't
Any
have
of them who is saying that we are going to have justice, just ask them a question. What kind of justice you are hoping for? Is it the nurse? If it is the nurse, I'm not bothered. I already know since 2 years ago that nurse has claimed to be the killer of Mohbad and she's going down. Is that why you're celebrating? That nurse is going down. So you should tell me what justice you're looking for. But I'm about sometimes we just open your mouth, say we will get justice. What is it depending on? It speaks like it's depending on something, like there's something is going to do. That thing that you have, give it to the police so that they can arrest women, they can arrest women and take her to court. If you don't show a convincing evidence, whatever you have, nobody's going to court. Court doesn't investigate.
And you're
They
right.
will still give it to police. So you still have to give it to police. So why not give it to police? Why are you disturbing us? Wasting all this time. You know you have something. They don't know what they're doing.
Papi, you know what? Yeah, this case, Papi, there's been so many leads. Okay, Papi, let's do a throwback. Remember the lead we got of where the blood one, the blood he saw, the sister saw. Remember that just died in natural death. That one is dead on arrival. We had the one of the railings. That was another lead. Oh, the railings that broke in the house. That one.
Me, I'm just even fighting for Adebian and shit can get a fiat. Where this the DPP, he can be the one to prosecute this case. Since DPP is the one, who determines who is a suspect or whatever. So with this fiat as well, he will ask different individuals to be brought before the court for trial. So, and those individuals, they are going to be roped with all those blood, all those things. So, and if it is well established and well grounded, they may be in trouble. They may be in trouble. But like this guy said in the morning, that money is the one. Money is what is causing issue. Happy birthday. Lagata, I didn't even know. You know me, I'm not well now. I had to go to the hospital. In fact, my bum is still paining me. It is now I know if truly Mohbad was given ceftriaxone, it's now that I know that ceftriaxone is a very powerful injection. Very powerful. Till now, my bum here, because they gave me the muzu. How can they give Mohbad ceftriaxone in the vein? Like me, they give me my nyash, my bum, until now it's still paining me. And even when they give you, like, you will feel like to vomit, like on your chest. My chest was hot. Like, that's why in the morning I left my live stream, I just went to the hospital, like, do blood tests. And when they write me prescription, they said they will give me ceftriaxone, diclofenac, the same thing I was going to Mohbad. Only tetanus was missing. And I told myself, oh God, this is what keep Mohbad now. Why me?
Paparino, what injury did Mohbad, what injury did he sustain that warrant that kind of testosterone and diclofenac?
I think for the ceftriaxone to be applied first, there should be some bacteria. It's an antibacterial. So there should be some inflammation, like the tongue was swollen, there's bacteria already, so sure.
But then we were told that injury was a very small minor cut. And there's some videos and pictures of Mohbad.
Happy birthday, Lagata.
Thank you, Papa.
So how are you celebrating your birthday?
We're going live tonight at 9 o'clock. Me and Faboni share the same day.
Wow.
Yeah. Faboni, you're one of your students.
Faboni, I don't even know where she is.
We're celebrating it together tonight. They said that the injury Mohbad sustained was a minor cut. And that hand, in the last videos we have seen Mohbad in 2021, 22, that injury is there in his hand. The same hand.
They keep saying everybody told Mohbad to go to the hospital. And I'm wondering, Adura, at what point did you tell your elder brother to go to the hospital? Because you can't just tell everybody in the house, told him to go to the hospital and it's something minor. How can you have something minor and they are telling you to go to the hospital? Even when I just look at my hair, this one, just little chick, I went to eat Beggy soup. Went to yesterday, the bedroom, and do everything is like just disturb my system. Like in the morning, I was very, very weak. So I have to go there myself. Maybe somebody will say, I saw Paparino. Paparino came here this morning with his photographer. He came here. I saw him.
I saw him in the hospital. I want to take a picture with him. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's a lot of shit. But I still think that people should understand that 3 seconds video.
I was doing the ceftriaxone. Oh my. I say it's still paining me. Maybe I should just go on do sport tomorrow. Alright, this is crazy. I think it's powerful. Man. Have you taken it before?
I know I've not though, but
Injection, it's powerful. Though.
Is it like I them chloroquine or I don't know. I've not taken that injection before. But diclofenac, yes, I have.
Yeah, the prison death row video that I talk about, I think I've analyzed that about 1.5 years ago, where I talk about euthanasia injection. That what if Mohbad was given a euthanasia injection? Don't forget that this whole course, they said midazolam was found. Okay, so what is midazolam doing in Mohbad house? In fact, midazolam is not even supposed to be sold in Nigeria. It's not supposed to be sold in Nigeria. I mean, even it's supposed to be sold under the recommendation of the doctor. Nobody can just walk to the pharmacy and request for midazolam because this is a medication that is used to make you sleep when they want to.
I think it's under prescription, right?
Yes. No, they cannot recommend it to anybody. Nobody can prescribe it. Only a doctor, a physician. So it's confusing. If midazolam, like I heard it, but I don't know how true it is. They said midazolam was found in Mohbad system, and I'm still wondering because midazolam. It means they injected him to die. Because if they inject you to die, the symptom is just like the same thing that happened to Mohbad. You are going to have goosebumps. You're going to go pee. You're going to pee. You're going to empty your system, pee, vomit, because you're about to die now. What they call a euthanasia injection, they call it peaceful death. There are some people who are tired of their life. They say, doctor, just kill me. So when they give you that injection, like you can pee on yourself, vomit if possible. And just begin to cool, your temperature will drop. When they say they touch Mohbad, they intentionally tell us that story. There are so many things that they didn't tell us. For them to tell us that driver stretched his hand behind and touched Mohbad, found that he was cold. They were trying to pass us a message there. What concern cold? Concern anything? I mean, who tell you that? How do you even know that a cold person is dead? I mean, some people their body just get cold, like a pressure fault. So it's crazy. For me, as I've always said again, that I think Mohbad died on Monday. But how do you unravel it? There's no strong evidence right now, different from the 3-second video. If unravel, maybe it is under maybe for me. I am trying to finish this, guys. This morning live stream. I am trying to see how we can play it and hear the different discussion. Oh my God, I can even get it. I can even play it without even waiting. But I'm uploading on YouTube. I'm putting it on my YouTube so that I can play it directly from there. It's crazy. A lot of people came here to fight, and I hope they'll realize at the end of the day that this. I mean, I don't see what they are depending on. When anybody is saying we'll get justice, I keep asking this question, and I want you all to be asking the same question. When you say we'll get justice, is it women being arrested? Is that what you mean as justice for you? Or you mean the nurse? Because as we speak, the nurse, there's noise in your background, Lagata. As we speak, the nurse is already confessing that it is her action that killed Mohbad. And that is where justice is right now, until something else can change it. So when you boldly say that, when anybody boldly say we'll get justice, what other evidence are you depending on do you have to give you that kind of justice? Because the kind of justice that it is on ground right now, even women can come out and say, we will get justice. Justice that women mean that we get is that nurse killed Mohbad and she hoped the nurse get arrested. That is her justice. So your justice too, is it that nurse should be arrested? Yes, I'm asking.
So what happened to all those inconsistencies then, Paparino? So what happened to all of that? I don't get it.
It is up to the coroner. Coroner first aim is to establish what killed Mohbad. Okay, and they want to recommend some few people they think like has a hand in what killed Mohbad. So they will recommend those people to DPP. DPP will check again to see whether, like, the case against them, not just contradictions like that. There's no strong evidence that, as it stands right now, there's no strong evidence that can unseat the confession of the nurse that Mohbad died on Tuesday and that she came there. All the witnesses in that house, all of them are saying the same thing, pointing towards Tuesday. So it will be logical for correlation. Don't forget, she's trying to conclude on what killed Mohbad based on the circumstantial cause of death. Since medical cause of death has failed, but I cannot tell right now. Let Baba autopsy result comes first. There's a lot that we'll be able to speak more because maybe Baba Mohbad autopsy result will show what will prove they're not wrong. It's maybe Mohbad died of poison, or some other things. So now the nurse is in trouble.
But then now we have 2 nurses, right?
And
now, according to Wumi, that's what she said, man.
You see, that's what I'm telling you right now. They're supposed to tell the coroner inquest to invite the second nurse. She'll get.
So, but have we identified who the second nurse is?
Even if they bring the second nurse, what did the second nurse come to do? She will defend herself.
I personally believe that this particular nurse, the first one that is known to the public, has been compromised. Obviously, negotiation is going on, and that negotiation has started for a while now. There was a time the mother came out and the mother was shouting, the Nigerian government, they want to shake off for my daughter. They are planning to set my daughter up. My daughter is not a killer. My daughter is, she came out then. And after that video, she has never made any single video again.
You will see very soon she will come back again and shout a little bit. They are trying to make it real, you understand? Like, now that we are complaining that she's not coming right now, they will go and bring her tomorrow. We are going to cry again. People have seen that because they will find out that
for nearly 2 years, the nurse was there to nobody even heard about the nurse, or she didn't even grant a single interview. Only interview she granted was through a friend, her best friend, and a mother that was speaking on her behalf, and the father as well. And I strongly believe that
the nurse should even be facing the public right now and be telling her something and be going, telling something about it. It's crazy.
Because Paparino, let me tell you something. Yeah, we know Nigeria for real. Like, if they've agreed on something, that nurse will be taken out of that prison, probably sent to Cotonou or Jamaica or somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere their family.
Now you get the gist.
And they're gonna replace. They're gonna go to Ikea, pick one of the Olusho and profile that Olusho as Feisha or Ogunigbo, whatever her name is.
They will just change her name. Don't go to Abuja, change her name.
They will do all that because it's becoming so, as in, I don't understand.
They will change her name to Chinenye.
Yes. It's very possible.
If you see her somewhere, she will just do wig, do other style. People can resemble people now. I mean,
the public enter prison. The public didn't enter prison.
No, so and there's one concern that this 30 seconds video, I still don't understand why people are trying to water it down, even from Justice for Mohbad. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why Baba team are watering it down. It's because of money. They feel like it's giving your more attention. But me, that's the strongest evidence that I believe.
Currently, that is the strongest, and the fact that anti-justice people or the people supporting Wumi they've been trying to change that 3 second narrative. King White came out to tell us lies. About this video. A lot of things were said around that video, and that is what is making me have more interest in that remaining video, because they even try to use some people to bring us a certain video to say, that is the video, there's nothing in the video, blah blah blah. That it's just that
that's what around that. The other game they want to play with you, when they let it home on next Friday. So that
we were coming across the video the other day. Naimoli was analyzing that video of when people were saying Baba was on burial ground. He wasn't there. We've cleared that fact, right? But now, yeah, Paparino, in that same video we were watching, when these guys went to see the Baba that 3 street away from where Mohbad was buried, we had a nigga shouting, Zomo, 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 3 good times.
No, but I told you that you told me there's a video, and I told you until we see the video. So it is not.
I have the video. Of course, I have.
Then there's no video that shows Zomo to be there. Only some.
His face was not shown, right? But somebody was shouting,
I want to ask you,
Zomo.
Are you the only one that bears Lagata?
No, now I'm not the only one that bears
Lagata. How do you defend?
let me tell you my conclusion on that. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know this is if they had come out to say that, I'm not the only one bearing Zomo. After all, Zomo is a nickname, Paparino. I will believe him. Mm-hmm. But this dude came out to do damage control the next day after that video was analyzed on that live show. And you know what the guy did? It was that a platform, a lady called Justine. They brought that Zomo guy and another guy, Aroja. Apparently he knows Mohbad. And they came out to do damage control. Number one, the same host was the one that brought this guy out the first time Zomo name was mentioned by Wumi. Secondly,
Lagata, just a minute. Just let me. I want to.
No. Let me land, please. I don't want to forget.
Before you continue with that, please. I just want to say something regards to what you are saying. Yeti, please. I want to say something. What I want to say about it is that this 30 seconds video and Zomo or that everybody is shouting now. I don't believe that Zomo is even in that video. Because Zomo claimed that he has never been to Mohbad's new house.
Wait,
So
but
you don't know.
Hold on. They asked me that the video, 3 seconds video.
No, let him analyze his own, then you analyze your own. Okay, just take
the 3 seconds video that is going about. What can you say to that? And she said it was a fight between Mohbad's friend called Zomo, and she brought out Zomo's name, and immediately she said that they brought out Zomo to come and debunk that lie. It was still the same host that brought this guy out, and they asked him on that live show. It was Andy. They were asking him questions, and Zomo said no, she should not lie on now. She should not lie on Nemo. That the fight was Mohbad and Wunmi. And as a matter of fact, he was trying to settle their fight. And the Wunmi said, I am going to stab you if you don't stay away from this. Don't get involved. You understand? Zomo came out 2 days after Wunmi had an interview to debunk that. And he said it was a fight between Wunmi and Mohbad. And then he contradicted himself by saying that Mohbad recorded the video and kept it on his phone. And he asked him to keep it safe. And he was not consistent with his statement as well. And then again, he's saying that the video is more than 3 years ago. And during the period, Wunmi was pregnant. He always helped Wunmi to cook in the kitchen. He always helped Wunmi to go to the market. Even sometimes when Wunmi feels sick or, morning sickness, that he will be the one that pack the puke. So all these things, he came out, he wasn't prepared, he was not well organized, and he wasn't expecting the kind of questions people were asking. And he fumbled. That is part 1. Part 2, when that video surfaced, how somebody was shouting, Zomo, Zomo, Zomo. You understand? They brought him out again.
In Nigeria, that's the one that had me,
They brought him out again, Paparino, and he came out to say that no, that thing was a voiceover. People should not believe them. Oh, this, that was a voiceover. That is my problem, because you could have said, am I the only Zomo in this country? Am I the only one bearing Zomo?
But do you
understand?
Let me see. I've not seen it yet.
Lagata,
Can
I engage you,
back
Lagata,
to the
on this
video?
3
Where is the
seconds video?
video? Because
Can I
that is
engage you on this 3 seconds
go
video,
on.
Lagata? Lagata, if at the end of the day, Zomo comes out and stay on Just Me platform to debunk the video, the purported video, and said that that was not the house, and this video is old. And at the time, I was even packing Mumi's puke when she was pregnant. How do you now dissociate that from the whole scenario that happened with Justice of I mean, what by Mubad, the story? How did you dissociate that with saying Zomo was lying? I don't understand the logics you are proving here.
Well, the logic I'm proving here is the inconsistency, the lies. Doesn't make
All
sense.
right. Okay. Give me one of it and I will prove it to you. I will explain it to you. Just give me one of the lies. Don't give me the one Wumi said. He said. No, don't mention that Wumi. Wumi is inconsistent. I agree.
He said he had a video. He had a video with him. He said he had a video. He said the video is more than 3 years ago, and he had the video in his iCloud. Right?
Yeah. Go on.
So he said he would send a video the next day.
Have you seen the video?
When 300 and something people were watching.
Have you seen the video or not?
I have not seen it. No.
Go to Just Me platform. He did the get platform now.
They played. You are just weak. That video is a long time video. That's video that last.
Whatever you will consider.
When Boba was alive was that video.
Whatsoever you will consider the video, right? A longer.
I get my reason. You see one thing you people don't understand. You people feel probably I'm anti-justice, but me I get my reason for saying this video doesn't exist.
No, I am telling you, you are not informed. You are not fully informed. If you are saying that is the video, that's what I'm saying. They are using that girl to push out wrong narrative to cause confusions. And that's what's happening. Look at you. The video you are sharing. Hold on now.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm listening.
Brother, if you don't know something, you learn. You learn. If you don't know something, don't just argue blindly, brother. Don't let us argue blindly. That video you are talking about that was going around 3 days ago, that Aries and everybody was showing and playing, that was the thing they want you guys to put your attention on. But that video existed even 2-3 years ago. It was during period of the EFCC, whatever, NDLA. That was the video, long time video. That is not the video of the 3 seconds, my brother. Please. Don't let them push your head to the side.
How did you see the 3 seconds video? Did you saw the 3 seconds video? Did you saw it? Lagata, did you saw the 3 seconds? Lagata, did you saw the 3 seconds video?
I'm sorry.
No, the video I saw was even watermarked. So how are you sure it is not the video they released while seeing a 3 seconds video that was watermarked? Oh yeah.
Bruh, let me tell you something. The 3 seconds video, the video that they sent out, that was the remaining video, was not a video. That video is an old video. The 3 seconds video is what we are asking for the remaining 9 minutes.
I'm asking you the 3 seconds video. Did you see it? Did you saw it that you could make distinguish between it and the new video? Did you see the 3 seconds video?
Lagata, don't let Pra stress you. It's like that.
Don't let Pra stress you. They prove you that you can't prove anything. Lagata, prove that 3 seconds.
Don't mind Pra.
Let it just be. It's not easy.
Now so Jesus come to word. Una say no mind. Confusion. What is confusion here? You can't.
How can you say that was the video?
You say it is confusion. Why are you doing this to your own mindset? Why are you worried yourself?
Are we kids to you?
Anyway,
prove the 3 seconds.
Hold on,
Can you mute me? I will mute me for your end.
Can you mute, please?
I'm listening, but it doesn't even.
Can I land, please? Let me just give my submission. You know,
at
the end of the day, at the end of the day, that 3 second video,
Why are you
Bruh,
calling
what
me?
those things everywhere were peaceful, they calm down now.
And to them, we say, "Go mad, no."
You don't have to
Like that. That's why I say you shouldn't listen to the boy.
Look at people. Look at people. Look at people. You are saying 3 seconds here. You can't prove it. You can't
Don't
prove it.
insult us. You don't have to call us out there. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say that.
Call
That's
you
very
there.
rude now.
Don't tell me. You somebody is teaching me English on the comments. So you have to say. On Igbo. You don't tell me what to say. Now why would you tell me what to say? Who? Tell me data for me.
You came here. You thought yourself to agent of confusion. You came here and started asking.
No, it's always like that. That's it. That is his way. That is his way. It's always like that.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't even start. Bas
He always like that. He doesn't want anyone to talk about Zomo.
Bas Bozaro Tito. If you are Zomo or another account, let us
Stop
know.
talking about 3 seconds. Video. 3 seconds video is not harmful. It exists on your mind and it is divisional.
That is no. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't fucking get rude, bro. I'm not rude to you. Don't tell me that. No. Don't say that. No. Don't say that.
I'm not rude to you.
People that can converse, you cannot tell what God has
Brother, don't say that. Don't say that, please.
Right, you're talking about conversation.
You can tell us.
Don't call him model. Nobody's a model here.
You can tell us that 3 seconds video means nothing to you, which is agreed.
Hold on. When I said okay, did you grab it? Is it your own? It's not your own now. The other I said it's not your own.
Agata, I told you not to engage. I told you not to engage this guy. He's always like this. Let the guy be, man. Come on. Let the guy be.
Are we compared
to engage? I just want to give my submission.
Allow the guy.
Let Lagata give his submission so that we could talk and just share our opinion and everybody.
Right. So at the end of the day, the 3 seconds video, everything surrounding that 3 seconds video is suspicious enough for us to even want to see the remaining video, the extension of that video, because number one, 4 people that are involved in that video, they've already acknowledged that that video exists and that there's a remaining minute of that video. Damola confirmed it, Adura confirmed it, Wumi confirmed it, and who else? The 4th person was Zomo. Zomo confirmed
they all confirmed this video was 3 years ago.
I
You did not mention that. Mention 3 years. They all confirmed 3 years. Mama Jackie fact in Kuba
Can't you just keep quiet? Can't you just keep quiet?
If you interject me again, I will not like it. Please. Or if you want to talk, let me mute for you to talk and then. You understand? So when Adura, they had a press conference, Adura confirmed that the video exists. That
I'm back up.
Adura that said it was Adura that said it willingly that Mr. Yomi, that video is about 3 years ago. That video. He had it on his phone. Wumi too, he said that that video, people should pay attention to that video. That was the fight between myself and Damola confirmed.
I think his network was bad. Let me add more. 3 people talked about this video. Before you go. 3 people, wait, I want to.
Let him talk.
I interviewed. But let me tell you what I felt. I actually interviewed. And what Zomo said was that the video was about years old. And I asked him, where was the video shot? He said it was at Osapa, London. Okay, but what really made it even more interesting was that I asked him, was Wumi pregnant then? Yeah, he said Wumi was feeling somehow. So if these things was 3 years ago, how many times did Wumi had her pregnancy? And then I asked him further if he visited, they have ever visited a house at where he passed on. He said no, he has never visited that house before. But what remains that bothers me more was she said Wumi was pregnant in the Osapa, London, where that video was shot, and it was 3 years ago. So it's quite confusing.
It's not confusing.
How
Let
is
me
it
explain it to
confusing?
you. It's not at all. It's not like
January 2025. Count years and tell me. From January, from the time that Adura made that is 3 years. Count 3 years and tell me when it's 3 years.
Okay, 3 years from 2025.
Yes.
And that should be 2022.
All right. 2022, Umi was pregnant, right? Yeah, 2022. But it depends. Umi was pregnant 2022, June, August. So June, July. June, July, she was pregnant 2022. She delivered her baby April 2023.
It might not be that pregnant. You know, you don't
Yeah,
know anybody. Yeah, it might not be that pregnancy.
It doesn't make sense if we say 3 years ago.
you
3 years
which
ago,
one is it?
January 2022, and that time Wumi is not pregnant.
It might not be that pregnancy. You can't tell she's sexually active, so you cannot say she was pregnant when she
You
might
have
be
had sex with
that's a
me
fatal.
before. That you is sexually active. You have had sex with her before.
Now you are coming now small.
You should not this. You should not this. You should not virgin. You should not virgin.
Now, what happened now?
Yeah, you are coming out. We all
Yeah, it's going to come out. I know you for that.
We find in disguise.
Now, Zomo, they there.
Yeah, it's a civic. I know it's going to come out. It's going to say,
Yeah, you are coming out little by little.
Let's wait for him. My own is that. My own shy is that.
Okay. Okay, so it appeared.
Just to spy.
So
Only thing where you
So
dey
it
talk,
appears
if you reason
someone
am well,
was
you will know
right.
that what you are saying is right. What you are saying it makes sense.
Fra, come
But you
on.
want to
Fra.
confuse yourself just to make it sense.
Fra,
Just to
come
make
on.
it
hold on, Pra, let's make sense.
To make a
Let's
meaning.
make
It's been
sense.
long overdue. Come
Fra,
out
hold
with
on.
the full test.
Start telling the truth.
So,
You think I start telling you?
Paparino, so
Can I
it
continue?
makes sense that what Zomo was trying to say was correct. But I have a reservation about him.
No, it was not correct. Sorry, it was not yes. Because
It's not
3 years ago, let's even say from now, 3 years ago should be March 2022, right? And all that time we wasn't pregnant.
It might not be Laham. It might not be Laham. So let's my pregnant not be Laham.
Yeah, that should be, we should substantiate that. What
My
women that
pregnant not be Laham. You can't talk about women's body.
listen, women said she never wanted to be pregnant, that Baba begged her in the month of June. Okay, that Baba took her to mountain and begged her to have a baby.
It has have you considered the fact that how many abortions should we have had because they beg that to leave that one?
Somebody that said that was
You could not talk about that.
don't change that narrative again, please, my sister.
I'm not changing that. I'm just saying like we should consider how many abortions she would have had before Baba begged that one.
She was a virgin there.
What virgin?
She said she was a
Virgin
virgin.
living in the
said. That's what she said.
She said she was trying.
Pra, say something to that. Now she was a virgin. Now you know. Pra, she knows that she was.
And she was trying to conceive.
Now when you Pra to say something to that, she knows. Pra knows she was a virgin.
Come out with your full chest.
I'm not a hold on now. You want to hear my voice? Explain my shall explain virginity. A guy like you very explain virginity. Oh yeah, farabalẹ̀ àwọn oníkókó kẹgbọ́ ẹgbọ́ farabalẹ̀ kẹgbọ́. Jerry àwọn wíkókó èmi ò sínú àwọn full of a man tí màmá ronú pé ẹnìkan
don't use foul language.
I bring that for you to say that funny thing is that you people keep coming with
why you coming like insult?
I told him it's a baby. Yeah, it's a baby.
My friend is not common.
That's why I said I can't do engage him at all. He's a small boy.
Yes.
That's not much from you. We all know that we are
Without
Awikonko o lè bí mi lọ́mọ ṣá.
Yeah, orí ẹ̀ ò pé fún kó tẹ̀ pé mi ò lè yẹn orí ẹ̀.
Oníbàjẹ́ ni bra.
Respect respect I will respect you. You lack respect. Your respect gumpture is so it's sad that idiot.
Proud, Awikoko proud ni bàbá. Bàbá ò tọ́ ní
Wọ́n ti
bàbá.
jọ ọpọlọ yín.
Can you cry? Just say tell one house, please. One house,
You
please.
just speak
Ẹ
your
mú
back,
lẹ́yọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan,
please.
ẹ mú mi lẹ́yọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan.
One house, I'm not insulting you.
Ẹ mú mi lẹ́yọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan kẹ́ máa gbà lẹ́yọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Mo yá wèrè gan, kẹ́ ń wá yín.
Bra, àmọ̀ kó wèrè ni àmọ̀ kó
Lórí orúkọ bàbá yìí.
Tó wá yá wèrè lọ́sàwòrán. Ìmọ̀ àtúkọ̀ sí ẹ lọ́jọ́ fún ní the same certificate ní àárọ̀ ìjọ kan náà. Ìmọ̀ àtúkọ̀ sí ẹ lọ́jọ́ fún ní certificate ìjọ kan náà. Ilé tó ní mo yá wèrè yẹn, èmi mọ̀ pé mo yá wèrè. Ìmọ̀ àti bàbá ẹ lọ́jọ́ fún ní certificate ìjọ kan náà.
Any sùúrù one house. Cry. We can have conversation without insulting each other. We
No,
are
you
each other.
can even have conversation.
Wait,
me now. If you want to have this,
Ronnie,
if you want to have a smooth conversation, I'm game, you know. But
Okay,
if you
that
want
is
to
what I
have
said.
smooth,
Will you please do one thing
if you
for
want to
me?
have smooth,
Any sùúrù, are we okay? Any sùúrù, are we okay? Any sùúrù?
Alright.
Will you please, cry? Will you please do one thing for me? Conversation without any foul language.
Without insulting, right?
Without
I
insulting.
will have a
Please.
conversation with you only if you are if you are respectful.
Leave everybody. See, you are talking to me, and I'm not. I'm not disrespecting.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting.
I
you.
respect you.
Explain your point.
You are not my future wife, though, but I respect you.
Explain your points without foul language, without insulting or shaking.
Ask a question.
And the question is this: why do you believe that the 30 seconds video is not real or is not?
All right, let's just take it one by one. That's a very valid question. Thank you. You see, the 3 seconds video didn't come out as of when Mohbad died. Number one. So it nullified it to me. That's number one. Number two is that, hold on.
Wait.
You asked a question. Don't cut me now.
Wait.
I want to give you different reasons.
Wait.
I want to give you different reasons. You only had one. It has shaken the foundation of your knowledge like this.
But why?
Yeah, like
You don't know this man, eh?
Just wait. Wait. Oh, ẹni sùúrù, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹni sùúrù, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Everybody, man, need time more. They are prank.
You team more stress and I swear to Almighty God. I've known him for
But like, why would just change?
my stress. I swear to God. I'm telling you. My stress and
Investigation là ń ṣe ló ní pé ká nullify 3 seconds video ẹ̀ gbọ́ ẹ̀ gbọ́.
my stress and yet I'm telling you.
That's already
conversation ni. Seven days lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná lélẹ̀.
Ìgbọ́n ló ṣe pé wọ́n á fún ẹsẹ̀ ní tó ti lásìdẹ̀ntì
rárá.
Tó ti lásìdẹ̀ntì rárá. Tọ́mọ ti kú ẹ lọ́wọ́ wèrè.
Wèrè tó fún mi 7
Ọmọ ẹ̀ ò
days
ti
lọ́rẹ̀.
kú ẹ lọ́wọ́.
Àṣìírè ò ní sóríire ó tún ti dé.
Àyíká
Ẹgbẹ́ ní ẹ̀fọ́. Wàá sọ̀kò nírọ̀lẹ́ fún alẹ́ yìí. Oko ni wàá ṣe bí wọ́n
ṣòrántì lánàá ṣòrántì ìlànà tó kó sí last time ó yá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ yé ó yá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó rántí mo ṣọ́ọ̀kù kó sí ìlà ìlò ó yá tún ṣe èyí
ó yẹ kó sùn bọ̀ ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ó yẹ kó sùn.
wàá ṣe orí kúkú ni ó ti tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ọ̀nà fún mi sẹ́kùndé. a ṣe èrè.
Ẹjọ́ ni afẹ́ni sọ̀rọ̀ má jẹ́ ká ṣe pé ọkọ̀ àlàbí.
mo expect kó ṣe pé jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ torí tó bá ṣe pé ó mọ̀ eléyìí tó gbà last time yẹn mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan ti bà yá ẹ̀
Please,
ṣe pé tó tún gbà mí.
disconnect you.
Bruh.
Disconnect now. I dey collect money
Right,
from you. I know something you go
The floor is
disconnect.
yours now. The
Which
first
power una
oh, yeah,
get?
does not.
I get
The
money
floor
from
is
you. I go
yours.
disconnect
Right,
one.
the floor is
Disconnect me
yours.
and go to
Right,
heaven
the
with
floor
that.
is yours now. Can you talk, please?
Yeah, continue what you are saying. Explain yourself.
Never say you will disconnect somebody again. You are not.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Disconnect me from
Sorry,
this.
sorry.
I will connect to another person.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Continue.
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Continue.
Oh, yeah,
Yeti, your future wife. Don't touch me again. Oh yeah. You want to go on mute.
I must
Other,
say,
please. Now, Yeti. We have three players in this video, and then we have the first player who is Adura. We have the second player who is Wumi. We have the third player who is Zomo. We could have the fourth player who could have shed more light on the whole thing, but unfortunately, Mohbad is dead. Now, let us be realistic with ourselves. These three people said things, and they said things that are different, and they said things that looks alike. They said things that are exactly the same thing. But I realized that people remove things they said that looks the same and say things that they said that have disparities. Now, the only disparity that I could understand from what Lagata was saying all through since was that Wumi said she was fighting with Zomo. Meanwhile, Zomo said Wumi was fighting with her husband. Now look at that. Wumi, as we know it, she has been so inconsistent and like that. Now I understand. I sat within myself and I reflected on many videos being made, many interviews. I realized that this girl was trying gan láti yọ the fact pé wọ́n sọ pé òun àti ọkọ òun jà. And that was why tó fi lọ sórí national television tó fi sọ pé òun àti Zomo lọ jà, because for her to have said èmi àti Mohbad là ń jà, it is another stigma on her pé òun bá ọkọ ẹ̀ jà, many things like that. Did you get me? Now that video exactly, the video was not out until he released the video yẹn nígbà tí Zomo nígbà tí Adura tó jáde. All these things happened when somebody sent message to your Fabi, right?
Yeah.
And from this whole story, it is just that we people think that whatever is coming from the camp of Adura, we know those people must be lies. We have not tried to sieve those lies and see the truth. If you see lies, there will be truth in it.
How we go put this way?
Ẹyẹ tó sọ̀rọ̀ mo máa ṣe ìbàlẹ̀ mi lórí ẹ̀rọ lórí mi gbóná. I said this but una no go lis ten. Be like say na woto na lie. Now listen to this. Adura said this video was 3 years ago. Wumi said this video was 3 years ago. Zomo said this video was 3 years ago. And we removed, that was the point of counting we want to papo yẹn. Like this video is not 3 years ago. This video was yesterday.
No, we are not saying it.
Let me say this. Let me just cap.
Let me count, please wait.
Let me put it on the summary now. Now, you realize that when this video came out, when they said there was a video, 3 seconds video, no one saw the naked video. No one saw the unclad video. It was watermarked. Now I call on anyone. This is a challenge to you guys. And tell me your watermark here, code the if you can remove that watermark and the video underneath that video looks differently to what maybe that just like to read this, then definitely I would say personally, I will even make a public apology to everyone that has asked. But I would say personally that no. Àwọn eléyìí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ogun ẹ̀kọ́ kúlọ̀ tí o gbọ́ àwọn tó wà nílé ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ti release video.
But the truth still remains that video is 3 years ago from my analysis. Except you can fault anything I've said now.
But
that video was 3 years ago. That video, Mohbad was in the video. Now, Mohbad was in the video, according to the three people. How come it was the video that find Mohbad?
They did not say that is the video that
Mohbad.
They are saying.
According to Zomo, Mohbad na him video that thing.
Prank.
According to Wumi, Mohbad video it. According to Adura, Zomo video it. How come?
Hello.
Person, I hear you. I deal with you.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Let me get some things right for you. I've not seen the video. I don't think the video has been released, and that is why people are fighting for. Number one. Number two, they did not say that is the video. The video is going to show what spam mobile. I think the video is going to show how violent Wunmi could be. That is my own opinion. So they have not really.
Oh no, if that's your opinion is different from every other person. So they said that
I'm trying to say. You are raising your voice, and I'm not raising my voice with you.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. If you say that video didn't buy Mohbad, I agree with you.
But they're saying that they want to know how violent or what happened in that house.
Prime mobile.
No, if you say the video would prove Wunmi was violent, I still agree with you. It is
But
it is fact.
lead us to what what happened in the house.
What at least we will know what happened.
Okay, Pra, see why they are saying that.
I did Tema. The day where Mohbad died, I did Tema. If you know where Tema did, and then I entered Nigeria that same day. How big go know wetin buy Mohbad? You know man say you know.
Wait, sorry, let me just say something. See that video. Why they are saying that? Okay, it is the video of what killed Mohbad or whatever the story. It's because of the chat that according to the person, is it Damola, whoever wrote it.
You get sense. I'm sorry for saying no.
That's why.
I'm sorry. I'm the
That is why.
I'm the Look at what you brought out now.
That is where it's coming from.
Because someone sent a message. Emma, I can analyze it. Someone sent a message. Let us agree that Adura played fast one. But look at that. In the face of the law, there is something that happened there. Adura can send it. Even Adura send it for the fact that big kan láti lọ arrest èèyàn kan. 10 years till today, could they deny kó send it? Why now? Why can't Darala Mulori got to work now?
The video is not important.
Lonely the crown. If you get to any law processing, where they process law, anywhere in the world, they would analyze this thing like there was someone who impersonated. Because someone has initiated an impersonation case already. Ìjẹ́ ká wo dáadáa náà kò sí lọ́ọ̀ kò sí jọ́ọ̀jì náà tó máa ní kí Àdúrà lọ sẹ́wọ̀n torí pé Yomi Fabiyi believe pé Àdúrà ló sẹ́ndẹ̀ meanwhile Àdúrà ti initiate nǹkan kan pé ẹlòmíì ló sẹ́ndẹ̀.
But what about the confessional statement?
Ronnie Crown.
Rephrase it to me, please.
The confessional statement.
The confessional statement, please. From who?
And what was it called? Demola and Adura.
It is still the same. Do you have the information? The information I have. The information I have with me presently now. I don't know if I'm wrong. I stand to be corrected here. Okay. The information is that Yomi Fabiyi believes Adura sent him a message that has content that might point us to Upai Mohbad. Now, before Yomi could initiate that case, Adura played fast one. I don't know if it was Adura or not. I caught him slack there. Adura played fast one by initiating a case against Damola, who he feels sent that message. The onus fall on the police, Nigerian police, to not Damola. The onus fall on the Nigerian police to really come out clean and say this was what happened. Anybody no send anybody. So I understand where the doubt is coming from. I understand.
Listen, there was a message.
Are we Konko? There was a message. Me, I will engage you. Are we Konko? I rather drop if you want to engage you. You're not engaging me. Tán fi stick ara mi pé eléyìí ó máa ń gbé àwọn ọ̀tọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ gidi kò ṣe kíkọ́. How would you think like that when you okay sọ̀rọ̀ gidi lórí platform? Ṣé ni mo ṣe ń débí ni? Ládùúgbò nǹkan láti yọ ṣe lórí just remember somebody just come on platform and you ridicule me kò sọ̀rọ̀ gidi kò ṣe kíní kan. How would I now engage?
Pra, don't be upset. Pra, need to don't be upset. Please just let it go. Ejo. Don't be upset. Right. So for me, Pra, I agree that they should do. If the police took the onus to say, regardless is impersonation or not, they should do a proper investigation. We will not be here today. You understand? So my own question, right. I know about this thing. Why is police wanting to throw away that video? Why are they trashing that video? Someone should give me that answer. I want to know why.
Thank you. Let me answer you.
Why are they?
Let me answer you. You think police are throwing away that video because there is someone who is saying that to you? I put it to you. Police have not come out to say anything about the video. Oh, daddy, no statement anywhere. But someone came out to say police have deleted that video, and you believe that person is not even a policeman. There was never a communique from the police about that 3 seconds. There has never been. I dey follow this just one back to back new. Argue it. It's open. Argue it out.
So let's ask you the same question. You said AA.
So if you read it from your police officer.
He has the question.
Hello, Mama. Sorry, let Prof finish that line of thought about the police not coming out. Go ahead, Prof.
Continue now.
You were late to the party, Rotimi. I'm sorry. I finished.
I'm not late.
You were late to the party.
I'm not late. I want you to continue.
Rephrase the question so that I will answer it again because I felt that.
You were talking about police never came out. You were saying police never come out to debunk anything about this.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that was what I said.
That's what he said.
Are you done with that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, Moron, come in. I will talk about
He said Moron, lele, you máa sọ Yorùbá máa bẹ.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Can I say something?
Moron, my friend.
Can I say something?
Monroe, my friend, don't abuse me.
Yes, I'm
sorry for the last time.
No disrespect.
I'm sorry for the last time.
It's okay. The question I'm going to ask you,
One by one.
Sorry, pronounce your name.
One by one, please. One by one.
Moron.
Moron.
No, Moron.
That's one part.
Tunisco.
Okay, Moron.
I want you to I'm going to ask you the same question.
Hello, Moron.
Just to paraphrase.
Tunisco, just hold on. Mute for her.
Can you hear me?
Don't let us be sentimental.
My question, you asked that if the police actually, Mr. Shilasa, can I ask a question? You asked the question, police has actually, made mention about the video being deleted. In the first place, have they ever actually publicly mentioned any video to anyone in regards to this 3 seconds video? So that should answer the question as to why they haven't made any statement in regards to the video. I hope you understand what I just said.
Yeah, I understand you, but you obviously if you understood me, Monroe, hold on. You understood me. Hold on,
wait. Just hold on, Pratt. Hold on. Monroe. You see, for Pratt to talk about what he said, he was so technical. It's not something we have to sit down sometimes. That's why I told him to continue that line of thought. And some of us might not think in that direction. Okay? It's so technical that police refuse to come out to talk to anybody.
He's talking recent.
Exactly what I'm saying. If they can't, now make any statement in regards to the video, there is no way they will come out and say the video was deleted.
Right? Let's digest it this way, right? Sake, can you mute? There is no way I go on, please. Salake, can you mute, please? Now, police, they are come out yet, okay? And I will tell you, they don't know the extent at which this video is in the public domain. They are being careful, okay? The first report that they brought out, which is the preliminary report, is somehow rubbish before them and before the public. I can tell you for a fact. At the first preliminary report, police knew that there are things they've done that is not giving them that good image in this justice for more. So at this moment, they are being careful not to address the public on that matter related, because if that video eventually comes out, which already is a public domain, and police have done otherwise, this time around, they will cause a public rage. The outrage will be so loud that they won't be able to curtail it. So they are being careful because, I personally believe 100% that is the video of what time about. And I can say that to you. And that is why we are all challenging police. And this is what I want us to do from this moment.
leave anybody. The rest of us, they challenging police to play this video, to investigate this video and bring it to the public.
Yeah,
we are challenging police.
Rotimi, sorry to cut you. I agree with what you're saying, yeah, which is true. Now the thing is, I want to ask a question on the 3-second video. Is it Adura, any Adura the molesting interchanges? Is it those boys that said this video is the one that killed, this is what killed Mohbad, or is the police?
That was the confessional statement written. Okay,
Rotimi, the question we should be asking. No, the question we should be asking. Hold on. I want to support a question. I want to say a question. Question here. Go on.
That was the confessional statement from that very person. Let's say Adura, because as it stands now, it is Adura unless proven otherwise. Because he owns the phones and he owns the TikTok account that chatted Yomi. So as it stands now, I will say it's Adura until the court or the investigation come out and he says otherwise. Okay.
So hold on. My second question to help that. So he wrote his statement to confirm what you're saying, correct? Yeah. Not just what
exactly.
Okay.
Not just that. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my question for now.
And for him coming out to that conference, putting claim affirmatively that that video is 10 minutes. A longer version exists. My sister, truth be told, if this is a foreign country, or advanced country that so many of us are living in, at this moment, we will drag this. Yomi don't need to even push further.
Thank you,
Rotimi. What they are supposed to do. It is unfortunate that many of us live abroad, we still think otherwise. I don't know where the honesty about the society we all want to build is coming from. I don't know where
it's okay. You don't go too far.
Get rid of the bad eggs.
Yeah. I have a second question. And the question.
No, please, can I just do this? Let me just do this, if you don't mind. In as much as I agree with Rotimi, I also agree with Pra for what he said, totally. But the only question is this: do you think what Yomi is carrying on, that Sadura, is wrong? Just an answer from you.
No. Yomi is totally right. No, Moro, I have a question. Yomi is totally right for staying on that Adura messaged him and Adura should produce the video. As a matter of fact, I asked them that how did Adura have the video? How did the video also is the video also has a duplicate with there is a duplicate of the video with Zomo, and they said who recorded the video in the first place? How did Zomo have that video? How? Because he mentioned that I still have that video on my iPhone. Now that is where I think you people should be looking at, because that is where I'm plugged up. You see, one thing is you people call me anti-justice because everything human being.
And you guys are saying the same thing.
No, Solake, just hold on, please. You said you took me back. Now I heard you when you were speaking about that Mohbad recorded the video, okay? Now, for Zomo to come out to say it was that was having that issue and the video, according to Wumi. Now, Wumi said it was she and Zomo that was having altercation or whatsoever in that video. For it, according to Adura, Mohbad will hold his phone or held his phone, and he was recording his wife with another man quarreling. What was Mohbad's motive?
if truly it was Mohbad that recorded that video, what was Mohbad's motive for recording his own wife with a friend having an altercation?
Can I answer that? Or are you waiting for? And this is my answer. If you're a number one, when you people use the word wife. Umi is living among Christian boys in that house. If you have ever dated anybody around that Lekki, you know the way they do. You understand? I know that.
Are you suggesting Psalms in this case?
Don't interject her. Let her put
I want to know what she's saying. I want to understand what she's saying.
I'm just saying.
Are you suggesting that they are passing with me to themselves?
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying they are passing with me to themselves. No, I'm not saying that. What I said that I'm also a woman now. I'm not saying they are passing with me to themselves. And I'm just saying like she's just a girl living with a baby father. In my own opinion, a girl living among people living with a baby father. The word people use wife, like she's the normal traditional wife. They are all Gen Zs living together, smoking together. Don't forget that Mohbad is an artist.
Yeah, Mohbad paid dowry. Don't go there. He paid dowry, right? You please baby father, he paid dowry. I pay you dowry.
You see, if you don't know about this case, if you don't know about this case, there are so many things that you people mistake. You see, most of our fathers, they didn't do wedding, all this wedding you people are seeing. These are civil society.
Imagine when you pay dowry, what do you?
Traditional. That is traditional now. Don't marry her.
Mr. Fine. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Will
anybody keep me in presence of Mohbad while he was alive? And in the house? They dare not now.
No.
Come on. Yeah. So it's
I've
not
not my question. I've not my train of thought.
Okay.
So nobody else should consider. I've not my train of thought.
Do you know, or do you believe if there is nothing important about that video, there wouldn't be discrepancies in their statements? Do you believe that, Pra?
I don't believe because all these discrepancies you're seeing today.
If you think it's not important,
you ask the question.
Why would this one say, give you a different statement about the video, and the other person said something different about the same video, and the third person said something different about the same video? Come on, Pra.
Okay,
just
thank
one
you.
video.
Two line of thought. Yeah, 2 line of thought from, and it is from. I will say the first one. The first one is now listen to me. The first one is the fact that they're having anything incoherent analysis of whatever happened or whatever they to say to us. It is antagonizing each other, whatever they are making sense, But at that, it says that the video is 3 years. Now that is first one. The second one now is that there is someone that I would say this, and this is my opinion. This is my own opinion. Okay? Now, I feel that there is someone whose lifeline on justice for Mohbad depends on that 3 seconds video. Depends. So there is every reason for these persons to really hold on, please. These people to really, I won't say people, these persons to really to stay on that fact that this 3 seconds video say it has something to do with anything. Say it has and look at the nature of people looking for justice for Mohbad. We are impatient to get it. I am also impatient. So you see, the fact that we are seeing a light from somewhere that no, it's more or less save us at the end of the day. Do you get? Is making us do that. Let us come here again. Look at the past. Look at the antecedent of this case. It is either somebody will come, they will sell some narratives, and people really, before you know it, it will fizzle out. Another one, it will fizzle out. Mohbad's death is natural. I believe it's mysterious. It is a mystery to me. I don't know. This is my opinion. But there is this, I don't know, I've been saying this for long, that there is this direct push to sway people from the fact, and there have been that thing. It is happening. I don't know where it is coming, but for real, people are following. That's
what's the fact? What facts are you talking about?
Ask your question. I'm hearing two questions.
What facts are you talking about? You are talking about facts. What are you suspecting?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to ask that question.
You good. You guys are really intelligent. Ever finish your repairs? My job. Yeah, let's go. But it is plain truth, and it's my opinion. Now, this is it. If I'm talking about facts, still remains that what happened in that house is more than what probably we are hearing. And if you see it all over, and there is this direct intentional push to make people blind, to sway people's how would I put it now? To sway people's
you are deviating from the
consciousness. Don't look at me. Don't listen to me. First listen and let me land and call me back to order. Sherry, for me to works, it is difficult. You get it? And I'm trying to make my thoughts. Hold on. You can't understand the English, and you can't understand how I'm putting my English, Abby. You can't understand the way I speak. For you. But what I'm saying is this: there is an intentional push from the house, from people. There is an intentional push from this family. There is an intentional push from the society, and someone, maybe, I don't know, to really take people's consciousness away from work by Mohbad. And they are getting successful every day. But the way they are doing it is not totally successful, because people are still asking. So every of these shenanigans they bring every time, it gets trashed, and they feel like, well, let us keep bringing it. And I don't know. I can't say. I can't say.
We're not giving us. Let me ask you a question based on what you just said. Let me ask you a question based on what you just said.
Don't worry now.
Oh yeah, now. Let me ask you. Rotimi, let me ask you. What fact? Hold on.
Give it to her.
Shakata para.
Give it to us.
Okay.
Now, listen, Rotimi. What are the facts?
In your own opinion, what is
nobody's known now.
Nobody want me to talk something that I don't know.
Don't say it. So that's why you guys make yourself look stupid. You don't know what happens.
If I say it now, in the start, but people withdraw. Someone like me withdraw at it because nothing was coming in. No facts. Kò sí fact. I just often pé nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀. Everybody seems sweet.
Wait. We don't want to answer that question, but let me give you a clue here. Okay? Common sense. Except when you want to follow political lines or want to deny some facts that is so glaring before every one of us. The last time we saw this kind of matter is in the political field, where
you have made a statement. What is so glaring to you? What is so glaring to you?
Wait, hold on. Okay. It's just like when you have two opponents
where they are fighting, maybe the PDP or APC, which we have in Nigeria, one will go and destroy the other person's political house or party secretariat. The other will deny they are not the one. Sometimes they will go and destroy their own party secretariat. They will lie that it's the opponent that destroy it. It is what we are seeing in Justice for Mohbad. Okay? But when the what made this whole thing interesting and so open to many of us is this, okay? Is the lies, the inconsistency in from all the actors in this journey. From the police to the people that were directly involved in Mohbad's life 24 hours before his death. Okay? Immediate family member, whatsoever they said before, they tried to change it. Then we are now suspecting them for lying. And what is the motive of their lying is what we try to punch, to look at those areas. If Mama Mohbad have initially stated in her storyline, this is how I heard about my son's death. And she narrated a full-fledged story, calling the wife, who never returned calls back, which is suspicious for a layman. Okay? They are Gen Z. Our phones are always with us. Mohbad came back for throughout Monday. According to them, there was no activity of Mohbad. He made a call. Nobody called him from Sunday or Monday early in the morning they got home. Till on Tuesday when he declared dead. No traces of anybody spoke to Mohbad throughout the 12 hours.
And Rotimi, you are doing the same thing he did.
Rotimi,
you are doing the same thing he did.
The same thing I did is what you are doing.
I mean, you are doing. Let's be realistic to each other now.
Hypocrite.
I mean, you are doing the same thing he did. You are doing exactly the same thing he did. Now, Rotimi, the same question to you now. The same question to you.
Can you hold on? I am
The same question to you.
You are doing the same thing.
You are doing the same thing.
Everything you said is the same thing we have been hearing. We have been hearing it all over and all over again. Listen, no. Rotimi, I couldn't give a narrative to. You couldn't give anything to.
No, Rotimi. Okay. Let me now go to that question again. Let's not go to that question again.
I was listening.
Rotimi, don't narrate anything.
I was
don't narrate anything.
Please leave me. Let me. When you have the floor, you can talk, please. Allow me to say what I want to say. I beg you.
Okay.
Fine. When I'm done, you can. We will mute for you in the next 10 minutes whatsoever, anytime you want to take. Now we are focusing on in the house because as it stands now, there is no traces that Mohbad fought at the show or injured himself at the show. Number one, no video, no picture evidence. The narrative that he hit the glass is police is finding it wrong to even defend that storyline. And that is why they feel like this story doesn't make sense. That this guy hit a glass, that was the story they gave us. When you hit a guy with your wrist will destroy or got injured, but it is the low elbow side that is a lacration, and people analyze this is an old wound. So it is a shame that they have to drop. If video evidence is coming out today that this guy died in the house, which has been confirmed by his own wife, why don't you let us now focus in the house? And this is what we are doing right here. That okay, the mama said, I called my son. The number was not going through. Right? Adura said on Monday, as at that 12 o'clock, he went, and there's a punch that nobody is looking at that angle. Mama has been calling. But the phone of Mohbad was with Adura. Was it switched off while he was with Adura? I don't know why the legal team or the lawyers who goes to court don't do their thinking. If the phone, Mama Mohbad, I wasn't picking, was it with Adura? Was the phone on? If it's the iPhone, you can't off it for too long because you want to on it again. Okay? Now, Adura said, is Mohbad having only one phone? He said, I went to give Mohbad his phone, and I did not know the hand that took the phone from him. That is suspicious. Every of their storyline is suspicious because they are not be consistent, and you can see traces of lies in all what they are saying. Now, the nurse cap it up by coming out to say she never saw Adura all through she treated Mohbad. He said, I left Adura with Mohbad while I was cooking the love rice in her storyline. So already they have so many lies in their storyline. Spending have narrated 3 good times, 2-3 different timing that when he left Mohbad's house, they are still lying. These are areas we need to punch and go back to the house. And that's why we are suspecting that what killed Mohbad was in that 3-second video from the house. So let me stop for now. Kra or Solake, you have the floor.
Mr. Shalake.
Thank you. Rotimi, let me be sincere. What you just narrated is what the guy is saying. You see, at the end of the day, your narration, you are not sure. From what he's saying, he's not sure. Nobody is sure. So that's my own point of contention. That all this
please,
you cannot pinpoint somebody that did it. I'm trying to say that he's not sure. He may have his own thinking too, which I do agree. Now, his own thinking may not align with you. Now, can we pick a fault in his own thinking? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? Can we pick a fault from what he's thinking?
Paparino, please mute, please.
I don't know moderators. I'm not always here now. Moderators should mute me.
So, Rotimi, that's what I'm saying. Everything you have been saying.
Solake, Proud never told us what to. Tell me what Proud said. That he suspected that Kim Mohbad. Tell me one thing. Solake, I challenge you. Tell me one thing Proud said.
No.
Suspected that
It didn't suspect anything. It was just explaining the way you are explaining. He was explaining, even because he's not sure. He doesn't even know. Just like you. Okay. Can you also tell me one thing that came about?
I have told you. I said the 3 seconds video because I have said that this is how Wunmi pushed my brother down the
nobody has seen it.
And
you that's your own thinking.
You just ask me a question. You don't allow me to land.
Okay.
He said this is how Wunmi Cynthia pushed my brother down the staircase and hit his head on the floor. That is the only evidence right now that is germane, that is important to us. That is why we are focusing their house. And looking at their own lives, they have told us, we said that, okay, there's something that happened that day, on Monday when they got to Mohbad's house. And that is why we are now asking police to say, truly, that video is how Mohbad died. They should play it and bring it out. Okay? So there's a confession from Ula. That is what I'm holding on to.
Do I agree with you? Definitely yes. Do I agree with you? Definitely yes. But people can think otherwise. Let's look at people individual differences.
Mr. Shalake, please.
What other person says, then try to pin him down. Try to say, okay, no. It doesn't work that way. This is what you can think. This, okay, like what you said now, police is the one disturbing the whole case. If that 3 seconds doesn't mean anything, give it to us.
Mr. Shalake.
So, we do agree with that. Everybody is following that. At the end of the day, if everybody says, well, it's a party. I mean, they are just joking. They're just making noise.
Mr. Shalake, let me Mr. Rutini, please, I have a question. In case we didn't get the 3 seconds video, can we divert our line of thought to give us another narrative of what killed Mohbad in that house?
We have to.
3 seconds video did not come out.
Yes,
No,
I
it
can
has to come
answer.
out.
I
It
can
has to come
actually
out.
answer your question, Yeti.
Thank you very much.
So far, so good. There are three things that I believe that could still get justice. There could be other things, but so far, one of the things that I actually think about is the fact that we need to establish the fact more than that actually said Mohbad died on Monday. If we can establish that he died on Monday, then all the people in that property should be arrested and charged for conspiracy, and furthermore could be manslaughter or whatever. 1, 2, phone forensic should be done. We should insist on that. We should actually every time we come online, we should keep calling out the police that we need the phone forensic of every single person around Mohbad in the last 24 hours. So we can't just, stick to that 3 seconds video. Also, the people that actually said Mohbad died on Monday, they should also be called in for questioning. Because how and why? Take for example, Zoro. He should tell us where he heard Mohbad died on Monday. Mohbad's mom also insisted that he died on Monday. All these things should all be put together. And also, on the 19th of March, a statement came out that Mohbad died on Monday. All the facts should be put together. So the moment we, establish the fact that he died on Monday, that is where we can start the page all over again. Because there would be a reason for Mohbad's mom to say he died on Monday. There would be a reason for Zoro to repeat that statement twice. So we shouldn't only stay on the 3 seconds video. We should also think about other things, other ways that we can.
Our line of thought. We should switch our line of thought. So in case we didn't get the video,
exactly.
What are the other things that we're looking at?
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Since the investigation has.
Yes, I believe what you said, but I have a question to ask you. Now that we say this online, we talk about this here all the time. How can we act on this? I think that this point or this inconsistent that we've all picked out for 2+ years now. Am I correct, or am I just getting crazy here?
Yeah, close to 2 years now. It's more than 10 months.
For all the inconsistencies we've picked up, all the little bits. What do you call it now? The snapshot from her Instagram stories where she was saying he was a vegetable. All of those things. Can somebody put it up in a file or whatever, USB, whatever it is that they have, and go and give it to any of these legal people or the coroner or anybody in the police for them to actually look at? Because it seems as if, I think they don't have they don't see the full picture that we do. They don't wrong.
They don't just check.
I feel like.
Interesting.
Don't just care.
No, do what I'm saying. Do what I'm saying.
You and I in the UK, trust me, do you think the police would actually wait for the public to ask for phone forensic?
No, hold on.
Do you think they wouldn't have did forensic on the injections that was seen in Mohbad house?
Moro, you're missing my point. I said, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the inconsistencies that we have noticed from their statement. Because you see, the game I see being played here is the police I like to say, but somebody says, okay, don't speak bad about it. But I feel like they've just been bribed. They've just been brought off their ass. That's what I think. Because it's very simple. Or it's either that they don't have the full picture. These inconsistencies of, example, as I said, her Instagram stories. Most of us took pictures of it. The Darosha one, the recordings she said in, on TikTok here, different platforms, that's one. The one of Mama Mohbad, the sister, the blood they saw, all of those stories.
Hey, do you think,
can I finish?
To answer your question, do you think the police didn't see Wumi's interview?
They've been saying that inconsistency.
No, exactly. Yeah, but they would have seen it. But how about they have said, but they refuse to act. So if we take it to them, if somebody, maybe in the coroner inquest, the lawyers or whoever can point it out, because otherwise we're just going to be talking every day. I'm getting tired of it. We'll come online, analyze. Nothing's happening. You know what I mean?
Please.
Nothing is happening.
Let me try to come here. You see?
Can I tell you what I heard today? I heard something today.
Sorry, Saki, just 1 minute. The legal team, what you said now is very important. This is why some of us have reserved for that legal team, okay? Whenever a witness is called to coroner inquest, we expect the legal team to narrow their questions towards establishing the fact that Mohbad died on Monday, but they are not doing so.
Exactly.
So we're still talking about Mohbad died on Tuesday.
Yes. You understand? Because they will have write out everything these people have been saying that are inconsistent in their story, their timing.
Thank you.
As Russia came, it gave us a different time, different from the North. Okay? Different from Madura, different from spending when he heard of Mohbad's death. The Russia own was still recent. They will have used that to cross-examine the North thoroughly. Okay?
CTC is not out today.
This is not how they are writing it down. They are writing it down. As the judge is writing it down, someone from the chambers is writing the same statement. That is how it is done. So you don't, when you say two lawyers, they went to court from one chambers, one is busy writing down the statement of the witness. Why the judge do the same thing? I've been in court several times. As you are speaking, judge is writing every detail, everything you are talking about. He does not summarize. The judge is putting everything down, 100%. Whatever you are saying in the prayer of the judge, he is writing full details on what you are saying. Whatever I have been speaking today, the judge will be writing everything down. I'm telling you, word to word. Okay? Now, they're supposed to narrow their question, try to establish, Salake, please call a minute, narrow their suspicion to that Monday. But fortunately, what they just did to Punch newspaper was to affirm that Mohbad died on the 11th. Okay? And I expect that spirit, they should take it to Corona whenever they are going again, to stick to that day. That it was on the 11th, but they have already put it out there in that Punch.
Mr. Rotimi, don't let us forget that the nurse is saying she came to the house and she, like, Mohbad was still alive when she came to the house. Like, let's get that, like part of the fact. Yes.
That is another it's all conspiracy. So
that's what I want to say. That's what I want to say.
These lawyers, if you don't put a strong case, Uncle Rocky don't get it.
And Baba's lawyer is not even making it like they are making it so easy for these people.
You are getting the picture where I'm coming from.
Baba lawyers are making it so easy. Baba like this. Baba has never been lucky with lawyers. Let me just put it like this. And no, let me say Baba. Wait, because I said something. Yeah. Please let me just round up.
The Russia statement out before the North.
And that is what I'm saying. Why is Baba lawyer letting this narrative flow? Why is it breathing into this North I don't know, narrative? Because Nurse is throwing everything out of the stuff now. Nurse is saying she came into the house and Mohbad was still alive when she came into the house. So we can't say Mohbad had already cried before he gave her the injection, or she gave the injection today. We can't. It's like she just came into that mix to make things up, and Baba lawyers are not doing any fucking thing.
Rotimi, are you getting like you are now tired of the 3 seconds video?
I just want to people get that 3 seconds video. What should we look like? What should we look like?
Now, if we are not tired of watching,
we shouldn't just focus on the 3 seconds videos. As I said, we have a lot of.
Now, I have a way out.
When it comes to justice,
I'm thinking of a way out. We should not be tired of that 3 seconds video. Is either they bring it out or they are doomed. We still call, of course, we continue to call them out.
CCTV, there's 3 seconds video, there's phone forensic, there's Monday.
All those ones.
We can't focus on just one thing.
One thing. Yeah. I agree with you.
Rising our justice for Mohbad. We can't, stay in one.
Let's be realistic. Sorry, let's be realistic. All those what you are saying, phone forensic, CCTV.
Why is the bank lawyer? The first thing they are supposed to get the custody of his mobile phone. That's their first job before we start any other blah 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 that we are doing.
Those ones you guys are talking about, they are not in your hands. You are talking about it. There's something in your hand, 3 seconds video. In your hand. We just want to see it. Now, like A said, let me answer you. Let me just answer you. Like what you said, that is there a way we can just a little bit look for another way out? I was going through the internet as I was working today. A lady said, you know, when you go through all these things, they pick up some points. Like what you guys are saying, on the 11th, Baba came out. He did an affidavit that his son died on 11th. Maybe he doesn't have the guts to go to the police. Police doesn't have the guts to call him. Because police will call him to say, okay, everything we believe is 12. But they didn't call him. He's going to a week now. Can we now, with the public, call Baba, not personally, tell the police? I know police will not do it. Write a petition to invite Baba. Why did you lie to us? Why do you support Yadura? That's on the truth.
I might disagree with you, Maxine, because he might not actually have lied. Technically, it might have just, when someone tells you something like, oh yeah, probably Blessing said, let's take for example, Blessing said Boba died on Monday. How can he establish that? He needs evidence. Probably he just had the evidence to support the fact that he actually died on Monday. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's a good opinion. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying you are wrong. Now, let's now write a petition. We are not saying that you can't kill Baba. Because if you say we can try to tomorrow, police will not call him. In a normal society, that day, that publication, you would have, sorry, we need to see you. This is a case we've been on for the past 18 months. He just told us this on the 11th now. We're working on the 12th.
Mr. Shalake, time of death should not be something we should be discussing by now. We should have been able to, get the time of death. Time of death should not be part of the discussion right now. It shows how lacking.
Time of death is not part of the discussion. How can you establish the fact that this is
what I'm trying to say? It's supposed to.
What I'm trying to say is, time of death is part of evidence to prove that this is all conspiracy. Everything they are saying is all lies.
They are drugged. The thing is, the time of death. Yet is trying to say that should have been done earlier.
We just got to know.
It should have been established.
Yes, but we just got to know.
So we didn't just get
from the sources.
No, sir. We didn't get to know a week ago.
Official, hello.
No, sir.
Officially, let me tell you. You can say anything you like. You can do anything you want on the internet here. You can say what you like. It's even on the tent. Anything you say, if it's official. But we are hearing for the office month. Who can say, okay, my child, I was told it's on the 11th. If anybody say it, nobody will believe that. Let's be realistic. I don't know why you guys. Anything you say here, it doesn't make any difference.
Sir, I understand your point, what you're saying.
It doesn't make any difference.
But sir, just bear with me for a second, sir. What we say on the internet, if I'm wrong, then I stand to be corrected. But I'm sure that they said a lot of people listen to this, right?
Yes, they have
to listen. So,
what's not official?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the second point I have to point out is this, sir. Apart from Baba Mohbad coming out to say that they told him his son died on the 11th, the proper investigation, if even a layman not putting the puzzles or the pieces of this case in the puzzle, you would understand that we didn't just know that Mohbad died on the 11th. Because as somebody mentioned here, Rotimi even mentioned here, the timeline, and without us talking on TikTok, even the CTC is there. So if anybody is reading that CTC or even has been going to that coroner inquest from day one, it is very clear, evidentially clear, except they don't have a brain or they've got a brain fog, to see that boy, there's no record of activity on Monday. So therefore, something happened on Monday.
Exactly. They all the same thing.
Hello. I'm the one my child died, and I told this on the 12th. Who are you to disprove me?
So I appreciate what you're saying, but he wasn't there. So he's just
He was called.
He's the only one that can disprove it. He's the only one that can disprove it. He has just said it. The onus is on the police who now calling in to tell us, okay, we'll be working on this. Police is not ready to call in. He's not ready to go to the police. Let's be realistic. All this thing you guys are saying is normal. But how the whole thing works in Nigeria? It's like you guys don't understand these things. You have to be okay. Like what your is doing now. Do you think all those positions is writing is not following up? You think anything will be done? Nothing will be done.
Okay, I have a question for you. You might not like this, I have to ask this question.
Yeah. Right.
If we're saying that the father of the deceased just said it's 11th, why is he just saying it now?
Why has he not been talking about the time he died right from the start?
He's been to the police station so many times. What's coming on now?
Stop mentioning time of death.
I'm not proud because I cannot defend what is indefensible.
As I said, just my opinion. I believe he just had the.
I don't have an opinion on that. I'm not saying it's my opinion.
That's my opinion.
Why he's saying it now is a good question to me. I agree with you. I cannot defend what I don't know.
It's an essay.
I'm not taking what is indefensible. I want to defend somebody that I don't know.
Yeah, then
why is he saying it now? I don't know.
We're not talking about you right here, I'm just saying my opinion, okay? I'm not saying you.
You just asked me a question. Then why is he saying it now? What do you want to tell you?
Mr. Shalake,
in my opinion.
It's just an open question. It's not your question.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's an open question. I can answer for you. I cannot say what he's saying it now.
I know, right?
You need to calm to listening. You need to calm down. You need to calm down.
No. I'm just trying to talk because of my children. Just to be loud, my voice. Sorry.
You hardly lose your cool. So you hardly lose. It's a fact.
No. That's where I talk. I'm just that's where I talk.
Let me give you an example. Do you think if Mr. Laba actually went to court and said Oba died on the 11th, and the court asked him, "Can you prove that?" He can't. Oh, someone told me. They'll tell you that's an essay. So probably he actually just had the evidence to back that up. That's my opinion. It might be something different, but in my opinion, I think probably he just had the evidence to back that fact up that he actually died on the 11th.
Do you know my opinion? Do you know my opinion? Just an opinion. Do you know my opinion? It's like maybe he has heard it and the thing is getting to the end of story. Things are coming out. Let me just say it. And if he was caught and like you said, he went to the court and said on the 11th, who told you? This fellow told me. He wasn't there. He didn't know. But this person that told me. Now, the onus is on that person that told him. That person, they will have to call the person. Okay, you are the one that told this man that this thing happened on so date. Do you have any evidence for it? No, I wasn't there too. It's another person that told me. So, they will get to the root of the problem. It's like the police are not ready to work. That's the gospel truth. They are not ready to work. If they are ready to work, they will get to the root of the problem. I've been told, somebody told me, they will get to that person that told you. So, from there, who is there? Is Wumi that called me. That this is what happened. This is what happened. So, Wumi, did you call this person? the whole thing is exposed. Adura, do you call this person? The whole thing is there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the police that that causing all this stress for us. I'm telling you. Everybody, as long as we can. I mean, as long as we like. But
Uncle Shalake, Mr. First wants to speak, but just before he speaks, let me just quickly just give that answer to what you just said. The police is causing this. We've always known that. But I think what we could do going forward is we need to hammer on the legal team, and not just Wahab Shitu, every other person who goes to court. Because it's a coroner inquest where people can, raise up their hands, ask questions.
They're not asking the right questions.
Yeah, they need to start, exactly, they need to start asking, right, and put more pressure, because the truth be told is, if not, our fears will come to pass. What is our fears? Our fears is that the stance that the DPP has taken over this case, they will maintain it and judgment will be passed along those lines. The magistrate will go, because it still bothers our mind that if after 2 years, they have called A, called B, called C. It is still on the nurse. There's nothing shifted. There's no shift to certain accomplices could have been,
last corona inquest.
Now, I think it was called to. I don't have the full details. I think it was called to explain the story, whatever. Well, I think they called him through video. It was a video link.
Yeah,
like that.
it was a virtual
talk. Yeah. So if the case has not shifted to where, with me and you can say it's promising that, okay, they are going to start indicting people. Focus on that nurse. And that is worrying. So the people who go to coroner inquest, including the legal team and every other person, ask this question, especially you people that are informed on TikTok, you know what's up. If you're close to what happened, to give him the full story. The man is a bit Sam, yes, but try and point out these points to him. And the people who go to court, if you're there, please ask questions, so that they can turn, the magistrate can just look in that direction. Because believe you or not, I think I may be wrong, allegedly put that in, to say that it's just that day they go like, oh, okay, Mohbad's case. Maybe the magistrate has other things she's dealing with. So she might not be like, okay, MTs where she stays like me and you, sit on TikTok for hours trying to crack the case. Maybe that day, whilst you're there, anybody who's there who raises a question or brings a light, throws a light in one area, they might see the light and say, okay, let's go that direction. So we need to put pressure. There has to be pressure on this corona inquest. Otherwise, it's slipping off our hands.
The right question.
It is.
The right question has to be asked.
I agree.
Not time for anybody to joke around.
The case is just slipping off.
The right question has to be asked.
Our hands. Look at the nurse. Yeti, look at the nurse came and it was just a joke.
And she just like,
so many vital questions that nurse we didn't.
They just switched everything using the nurse.
I'm telling you.
Switched everything.
And imagine that one caller trying to say, oh, don't ask this. I was leaving.
And the way we are looking at the case now is going to end with the nurse if we are not careful.
I'm telling you.
And that
the case is just the question.
Okay, the fact that who actually brought the coroner inquest, who actually requested that this go through the coroner inquest. If you can answer the question, then we should be able to answer the fact that this is going nowhere.
But you know what? Regardless, at least to me, in my own opinion, the why I feel regardless, because once you're there, it's a fact-finding course. So once you're there, you're asking questions. They can't just throw a blind hole over your eyes.
When we talk about fact finding, there's a question that we all haven't asked ourselves. What do you think? What do you think the police actually submitted to the court and said this was the investigation that we actually did, and we think we've done this to the best of our knowledge and to the best of our ability? What are the things that they actually submitted?
Can I answer that? Whatever they gave to the DPP, which is obviously the story they had before about, okay, Prime Boy got all of that shite, right? Excuse my French. All of that shite, it doesn't matter. Because being a coroner inquest, for what it stands and whatever the term defines it, being a coroner inquest, they are meant to unravel everything that cost that guy's death. Because they couldn't, what you say, their statement and all of that was not sufficient. That's why they came to the coroner inquest. If they knew the cause of death, how he died, why he died, they would not have the coroner inquest. So regardless of that, if the coroner inquest for what it was designed to do, if due justice is done, or say due diligence is done to it, where questions are asked and they're trying to unravel, it would counter whatever games that was played there. That is our strong opinion. And the truth be told, for everybody listening here, Wahab Shitu, please, people need to put pressure on the man to ask the right questions. Every other lawyer, force this case to go there that it needs to go. The people in the house have to be indicted.
And I don't say, I say,
Hey. So you see the way you talk, I do understand your emotion. But I want to ask you a question.
Go on, sir.
For the past 18 months, well, left to me, but before I ask that question, left to me, for the first time, I'm thinking of, is there anything that's going to come up from this corona inquest? Is on the 11th. I want to come and see what those doctors will say. Maybe they bought the hospital. Maybe they bought the pathologist. Maybe because
Are we
I've never seen anything.
Anytime soon, Mr. Shalaki?
Sorry?
Are we expecting an autopsy anytime?
Yeah, on the 11th or on the 15th, yeah. Within that time frame. The next, that's what they said. That the Santi said it.
Okay.
He said the pathologist is coming.
But Uncle Shalaki, still they should.
And he said the two doctors, both what is his name? Perez and the other one. Perez and the other one. They are coming. They are telling them bad.
Okay.
Today, if they are coming, they should ask them a vital question, Uncle Shalaki.
A vital question, yes, thank you. Hey, I'm asking you a question. Have you ever seen anything? Apart from that's the only thing. Let me just see it. What are the because personally to me, I've never seen anything. We are just parabolating. Because if you guys believe in corona inquest, it's a fact finding. What fact have they find?
That was exactly my question in the first.
Yeah, they have
what nothing have they actually had?
Nothing.
So we do not believe in that. It's a waste of time. Let's be realistic.
It's not forensic. It's
the hardest truth.
Mr. Shalake.
Now, okay, look at. We have been waiting for nurse.
All
this while for 18 months.
And nobody in their house. They are
nurse will come. He will come and do this for us. He cannot put everything on his own neck, on our own neck. He can.
You see, we talk here on TikTok. The people who go to that inquest, like the lawyers and stuff, they don't. Because I'm now wondering. Okay, we knew the nurse was coming. Could people not send questions to Wahab Shitu to tell him these are the questions to ask the nurse? And I can't blame the Wahab Shitu so much because he's not fully invested in the case.
Why can't you blame him?
Uncle Shaki, let me give my point. You know why I can't blame him so much? Because he's not fully invested in the case. And let me rephrase before so I don't get wrong for that. I don't mean that he's not taking the case seriously. Let me not say that. I'll let you know that. But let me just put this.
Then we know what you said. I'm taking that one word for it. That's the
finish. Let us finish.
That is the take it or you leave it. Don't take that word. No matter how they drag you, they can drag you to anywhere. I'm telling you,
it's true.
You have just said it. You have said your mind.
Yeah, so
don't take that word.
You see that so the thing is because
it's like a play. He has no mind in it.
Yeah, they're not. When I saw what this
if you ask this man, I will say this guy. If you ask this man today, if you ask him today, he will not be able to tell you what's been happening for the past 18 months.
They're not even taking it. They're not even like.
It's not even there.
But you see, at the end of the day, I also look at it from this way. He's a son. Your father that case is handling. The onus is on us. What do you want me to say?
And
I keep quiet. Okay, I mute.
Please, I'm sorry, please. The baffling thing is we are crying more than they believe. You understand? The people that are supposed to be fighting this case, that should have the loudest voice in this case, are standing behind Wumi, which I don't have issues with. You understand? We are it's like they are focusing on more stuff more than it's not even burning in their soul the way it's burning in their. Like I had to think yesterday, what's this? When it's not your brother, but I had to think like this, like we should pray that Nigeria should not happen to any one of us. This is how they are going to think. Mohbad is popular. That is why we are dragging this case for long. If it is just any random person, they will just go and dump the person for biggest cemetery or anything, and that person don't go with that. Yeah, imagine how they could be doing
but you see the truth, Yeti Shalaki, all of you are right. But you see the truth be told is, if anything will come out of that corona inquest, and unfortunately the problem is, I said earlier, the DPP, whatever they finish, magistrate will round up, they will all give their inputs,
then the DPP will now take the case and say, okay, are you going to court or not? So this coroner inquest is an outcome to the next step, whether we like it or not. But if we change the trajectory of what happens in that coroner inquest by coming out, and I don't know if it's possible, I'm not a lawyer, but people who know, please help me. Can they not recall that nurse to ask her further questions? After the autopsy is read or the post-mortem is read, can they not call her to ask her further questions? Can I say can I change the line here why I'm saying that? Can you ask me why I'm saying that? You know why? I'm saying that because if that injury, next one, remember the botched post-mortem result they gave us, NMS lab. Okay.
Nigerian post-mortem.
Right. They said that it was a minor laceration on his body. Do you remember? Okay. Yeah. So that means it didn't pierce the second, third layer.
It was just like a scrape.
Thank you.
Just normal growth.
Right. Now, that's number one. So the nurse, why were you treating this guy with XYZ medications? Thirdly, the medications secondly, the found based on their NMS lab. If you remember those medications, they mentioned that they saw whatever percentage in the system.
Yeah.
Does it tally with what the nurse gave him? That's my second question. Third question, the police reports said there were syringes found in the house. I don't remember the number now, but the nurse mentioned 2. If I'm not correct, please correct me. I think 6 or 5, something like that, the police said.
Mr. Ogun, are you there?
Allegedly, it's 5 or so.
Okay, so what's going on there? Why? There's 2, the nurse says 2, this one says 5. So now, based on the autopsy results, can they not request that nurse to come back? And when if they don't, the doctors that, like Mr. Sholake said, the Kuramed and the Perez, when they come there, one vital question that if they don't ask those people in the hospital in that coroner inquest, we will all believe it is, please, you are a doctor. Can you ascertain approximate time of death? Based on the corpse that you saw, they will be able to the timeline of when we go, what is setting, and all of that. To confirm with what the nurse said that she saw Mubad alive.
Do you believe that the police time of death and the autopsy time of death, they're both different?
Of course they are.
Exactly. So that's
these are the questions that when they get to the coroner inquest, we want to see these questions. They should be able to ascertain from a medical perspective, as professionals that they are, what was the approximate time of death?
Like, give us like.
So tell us. Because if the post-mortem results cannot tell us when the boy died, they should be able to tell us.
The only thing I will tell you is this. If the Quran inquest want to write anything, after all this carry, the only thing she should write is, I don't know what happened. I'm telling you the truth. Because I don't know what happened. Let me be realistic. I don't know what happened. Because the whole thing is a carry. Because either you like it or not, she doesn't even know. It's just a play. Let's be realistic. No concrete evidence you can bring out. Nothing. You cannot even say, okay, well, this is what happened. This is what this fellow said. They are all against each other. As I've said, let those doctors come. It's totally going to be different. Why do you have to call let me be realistic. Why do you have to call the nurse before even the toxicology at the autopsy?
Mr. Sholake,
if you have got that one first, read out, ask the nurse. The nurse was there before the toxicology. Okay, you want them to call her back. Okay, let's wait. They can't call anybody. You see, they can call as many people as they want. And they come and say, this is what he saw.
You know why?
This is what I see. I mean, they can say anything they like.
Uncle Sholake, you know why I said that? I said that because I was thinking that if they read the autopsy, yeah, and the lacerations, which of course, and then the medications they found in the system, let's assume this new one as a defense, let's just throw our minds away from NMS. They find anything there. The nurse should be able to collaborate the facts of whatever injection she gave him. Because according to her, the boy died. The boy died when? The boy died at, if you go with her timeline, she saw him alive 2 o'clock, 3:45 or 4:30, whatever PM, Mubad was pronounced dead. So 2 hours, whatever. Most of this, if matters are setting or whatever, it did metabolize, whatever drama, some medication that she gave him should be. It should be. If whatever the NMS lab found, this new autopsy should should correlate that, or the whatever the nurse gave him, it should be in the system. We should be able to find it. So nurse, that she should have been asked, she should have been questioned even after the autopsy was read. Because then you cannot have a full picture as to what you're looking at. And more importantly, why am I saying they should call her back? Because due diligence was not done to her questioning. This is I don't know. This is a supposed girl Yeti that said that she didn't know the Mohbad's family. Now you already know how Mohbad was not there, Baba Mohbad was there. What nonsense is that?
Because she has been following the case. They gave her the whole year.
Okay, so the time, fair enough. Okay, so when you went there, when you went to go and treat this Mohbad, even you that is the nurse, are you a magician? You saw somebody alive at 2 o'clock, as at whatever, the boy was there. Who did you treat? If I was my picture, is this the person you treated, yes or no?
Show them 2 pictures. Show their 2 identical pictures of Mohbad and Nigeria.
Oh yeah, tell us your story. What happened? You should be able to recount it, and you should tell me what
lawyers they're just shit, man. The lawyers are shit, man. Please.
Because Rumi said Adria was there. She said she didn't see Adria, especially
if we lose this case at the end, the blame should be on the lawyers, the people representing them. They're not they're just shit. Please, They're just shit. They'll just give us there for us to sit down on our houses, discussing and go back to the court and do shit at the end of the day.
No, because I don't know. That's the thing, Yeti. Because I just think okay, people who are listening, take the points to them. If he's so, tell him that let's be prepared. Because I don't know. This is why I try not to just. Sometimes I just move away.
They will be using, or the second, Mr. Shalake. Shalake, is it the second lawyer they will be using?
Yeah, no, it's African. I want to talk. African is still there. Can you talk if you want to talk? Maybe there's anything you want to say.
Just sit and talk and talk and talk.
Can we engage if you don't mind? He's not there.
Yeah, Mr. Shalaki, I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
Is Rotimi around the okay, he has left. Is Rotimi, I want to ask question. If you have any question, you can ask me.
I have to.
Anything you want to say, you can ask me.
No, I don't need to ask you a question.
I'm Rotimi. Ask me.
I know you are not rooting me now.
But I don't mind to answer you.
I've not heard you. I've been listening to you not today for a long time. You are not convinced about that Monday. Maybe today, sha. I have some questions to ask Rotimi on that Monday.
I'm confused now about Monday. You can ask me.
Okay.
Somebody called me. Is it cut off? I've cut it off. Are you hearing me?
Okay, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah.
You said you are convinced about Monday.
Yeah, I'm totally convinced.
Okay. In all the scenario we have been hearing about this case, now, everybody, Baba Mohbad, they are all the eyewitness and everybody. You are still convinced that Mohbad died on Monday, sir?
Definitely, sir.
Okay. One of the witnesses is the nurse. The nurse came in on Tuesday and she said she spoke to Mohbad before injecting Mohbad. That one is one eyewitness. And there is one thing that Darusha said that you people are not asking for. Darusha, he sent a mechanic to the house that very morning of Tuesday that is working on Mohbad car. And according to the story, the car that took Mohbad to the hospital, is not Mohbad car. Later, they now take Mohbad car to the hospital. That means there is a mechanic in the house that morning. Do you agree with that?
I disagree with you.
Okay, good. That means the mechanic is not there on that Monday, have you? On that Tuesday.
Yes.
And the nurse is not there on Tuesday.
I can, say for sure whether on Monday she was there on Monday or Tuesday. But the point is, she didn't.
No, I'm not talking of Monday.
I'm muted.
I'm not talking of Monday. I can't be talking of Monday.
No, I was muted. I was muted.
Asking,
why are you and Wumi and every other person don't want to talk about Monday? We have to talk about Monday. What happened on Monday? There was no event that happened on Monday. We have to establish.
Let's work on Tuesday.
We're not going to start on Tuesday. No.
Wait,
to the show on Sunday. So we have to continue from what happened on Sunday to Monday to Tuesday.
Have you seen Perez's statement? Did they write on Monday?
Listen, what happened on Monday?
Did you see
Tell us the
Perez?
event that happened on Monday. That's the question. Tell us what happened on Monday. What were the events that happened? Exactly. So let me tell you one thing. Listen, if someone is lying, if two people are lying about something, that means they have a lot to hide. Okay?
The only event that happened on Monday, Mohbad went downstairs to meet Spendy, that he should call a nurse for him. That's the only event that I know happened on Monday. If you know any other event that happened on Monday,
what happened on Tuesday?
Why did Mohbad's mom
24 hours dead?
Listen. We can't talk about what had Mohbad without Monday. So why is it that Mohbad's mom wasn't able to reach Mohbad on Monday? Why is everyone skipping Monday? Anyone that has to do with women skip Monday. What happened on Monday? Tell us the events that happened on Monday that led to Tuesday.
I don't know.
Also, she said enough slept. Listen, the simple question I will ask you that will establish that the fact that Mohbad died on Monday is the fact that Wumi said there was a nurse that actually slept in the house the whole night.
She never said that.
My God.
That's what she said.
My God,
That's what she said. She said too much.
She never said that.
Are you joking?
Because she never said that.
You don't know what happened on Monday. How do you know what happened on
She
Tuesday?
never said that any nurse slept there. You all know that Baba Mohbad, he said Baba Mohbad is around. Baba Mohbad, none of them slept in that house.
She said there was two doors on ground. She said there were two
She never
doors.
said that.
Like you say,
Hold on.
One by one now, please. That is what you guys do. That you don't iron it out. Let's iron it out. I like Paparino for this. Let us keep quiet one by one.
We are not ironing out. When wrong narrative. Okay?
Mr. Frekemi, can I say something, please? Yeah, Mr. Frekemi.
Please talk one by one.
One by one, please.
Okay. Let me speak. Mr. Frekemi, please. I just want to ask a question. Were you at the inquest when Darosha gave his own testimony?
Yes.
Okay, you were. Can you confirm what time the mechanic came to the house on Monday, on Tuesday? What time?
Madam, just give me 1 minute. Let me explain myself about time. If you people understand that case very well, you will go with everything Sanchito is saying. In a court case. Wait till, let me explain. This is what I don't like.
Hold on.
We are not talking about Sanchito. We are talking about what happened on Monday.
For all we care, Sanchito is not the one that is going. He's just there. Sanchito is not going to be the one to advise or to recommend anybody to the DPP. It's the magistrate that will do that. Do you understand? So I'm not going to go by Sanchito. Sanchito was never.
No. I just want to say something.
I just want to ask you. Okay. Let me say this.
I just want to say something.
No, don't twist it. Just hold on.
I'm not twisting anything. I just want to tell you something.
Hang on. Darosha said that the mechanic was in the house in that morning. Now, the reason why I'm asking is because I'm not actually sure when the mechanic came. But I am sure that Darosha said around 11:30 to 12. That was when he got a call that Mohbad has died or they were taking him to the hospital. 11:30 to 12. Okay? And we were made to understand that the reason why they didn't take Mobile to the hospital with his car was because the mechanic was working on the car. That was why they took their neighbor's car. So tell me,
Exactly.
how did they later bring Mobile back with his own car?
Okay.
When did Darusha come to the house? When did he come to the house to get the car that they could not? We were told that Darusha was coming from his own house to meet them. So when did Darusha come to the house to pick up Mobile's car that the mechanic was working on? Then we went to the hospital to meet them in Mobile's car. Can you just verify that part?
Okay. Where did you hear that Darusha is the one that brought the car to the hospital?
We were told that Darusha drove Mobile's car. That was what we were told.
To Perez Hospital, Abi. Can a mechanic drive a car?
I don't know why you engaging this Kemi.
What do you mean?
Saying something that is not.
Nobody bring any mechanic here. Nobody
you know that is the mechanic that drove the car to the hospital. You should know that one. Somebody should tell you that one.
Who said that?
Mechanic, were you there? And you know that it was the mechanic that drove the car to the hospital.
In their testimony, who said the mechanic drove the car to the hospital? Who said that? Nobody mentioned that.
And you are asking a question now. How did Darusha drove the car to the next hospital? And I'm asking you, who brought the car there? You say you don't know. And you know every mechanic can drive a car.
You are Jesus Christ. Drive the car down because the right is not being asked. It's not being asked in the inquest because if
Let's do this. We are not getting anything from this. What you guys are saying. You know, we have to educate ourselves. It's like you guys we are not getting anything from what you are saying. Let him talk, then we can be able to pick up some points one by one. Because at the end of the day, I'm not even getting anything you guys are saying. So let's just one by one with us or disagree.
He would never agree.
No, he can't.
He would not agree with you. This is the same person.
Look at Plan. Look at Plan. He agree with us at the end of the day.
18 months. Continue if he's going to agree with you. Continue.
No, I know.
Someone who just like.
We know their style. We know their style. At times, you can even put some people down. If they look stupid, you know they are looking stupid to you. And in them, I've been dating. You may not be able to agree. And maybe ranting again or maybe ranting and try to defend himself. But he knows that no. This guy has won. Let's just listen to him. Let's hear what he wants to say. If he has a point, we agree. If he doesn't have, we tell him that, no, this is the way I think too. Please, let's do it one by one, please, if you don't mind. Kekemi, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Shabake. Yeah. I'm just trying to bring out some points. People that are saying that Mobile died on Monday. I know this is not even in a movie. There will be time or 1 week or 2 weeks to study what you want to act. Okay, the people in the house, they are lying about Tuesday. The two hospitals are lying about Tuesday. I don't know how that is possible. I don't know. I've cracked my brain and everything. That the two hospitals.
Nobody told you two hospitals is lying about Tuesday. Please, go on.
But sir, did you see Perez statement? Did they write Monday?
He was brought in dead. He was brought in dead.
Nobody told us about Monday or Tuesday.
He was brought in dead. They didn't say whether or not.
Write that one.
Yeah, someone would have died and you would have taken him to the hospital the next day. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, if the doctor we are waiting for now.
Can any hospital attend to 24 hours death?
Hello.
Yeah.
The Gumotis. The doctor will explain to you. Hello. The Gumotis. The hospital will explain to you on the 11th. I'm not a doctor. Let them talk. Okay? So, leave that one. Don't bring the hospital into it. Someone was it could have been there for the past 1 week.
Let him bring the hospital in. And the question I will ask him about the hospital is the fact that Wumi said, quote unquote, that they took Mobile to the hospital and he died 20 minutes after arrival. So Faye, can you tell us if the hospital debunked that or not?
Let me say something. I was in court and I asked the vital question. And I know why I asked the question from the nurse. I asked the nurse, you said you met Mobile alive injecting Mobile. You have a discussion with the nurse. And when they are rushing the Mobile to the hospital, is he alive or not? And the nurse told the whole court that Mobile is alive. And one person in one of the discussions said, if Mobile was brought with a bike, can a dead person be on bike? You know, we are not there, but we should ask ourselves some questions and answer the question by ourselves. The nurse answered me that when they are still carrying Mobile to the car to rush to the hospital, he's still alive. I'm the one that asked the question in the court. And I know and I'm convinced that Mobile did not die at home.
So none of them. Are you trying to tell us that between the time that Mobile was actually on that bike to the point at least which he was transported to the hospital, rigor mortis had already set in? Is that what you're trying to tell us now?
Second hospital, is it not Perez that writes part of the body? It's not all the body, it's part of the body.
Where?
So
let's
yes, it's part of the body.
That was already said. This is all part of the 2 hours you're talking about.
It's his own opinion, like my opinion.
Saying it's his own opinion. He said it was at the court, and he was saying that it was.
He is believing the nurse. Like there's nothing that nurse will say, I will believe. For the fact that he never saw. He never saw Adura. You only saw Adura in hospital. That, of course, changed my mind to talk about that nurse. Personally. Unless I'm wrong. Unless somebody can convince me. Because if somebody can make the car with you, hospital, and you are telling me that the first time you set your eyes on Adura is when you get to the second hospital. I'm sorry, I cannot believe that. Anything he says, I don't even take it.
So bear in mind that Wumi also said he left Adura with Mobad, and this same nurse said she didn't see Mobad. So Faye Kemi, explain that.
No, it's not explainable now.
I don't want to explain.
I mean, I don't know. Unless you want to look stupid. Unless you want to look stupid. If you want to explain that.
I don't say something. The next one is she said something. She said when she was coming in from downstairs,
okay,
she saw somebody with a baby. Okay. What the name of the person, none of us know. That's our testimony.
Wait, are you aware in Wumi's PC that Wumi said Mohbad died in the house? Femi, are you aware? Wumi CTC. Wumi confirmed that her husband died in the house.
In the interview, one of the interview.
No, she didn't say anything like that in the interview. Even
She actually
it's very good. You can see now. It's the mind.
Babatolake, hold on.
In the mind, I agree with you.
Confirmed dead.
I agree with you.
20 minutes taken to hospital.
I think it's the interview with that.
No, none of the interview. The four interview.
Okay. I think you're backward when it comes to our interview. She literally said Boba died in the house in a CTC and said she also said he died 20 minutes after arrival at the hospital. So
confirmed dead. Do you understand me?
Brought him dead. Brought him dead. B-I-D.
Many people don't know why I asked that question.
B-I-D.
Fekemi, oh, I don't know how old you are. There's some things you
Mr.
cannot even
Fekemi,
defend.
that nurse was high on, let me tell you what's wrong with the nurse. She was high on ketamine, crack cocaine, mixed with some weed, yeah? She was rolling up a joint when she was talking to you, honest to God. She's a fucking wanker. Can you imagine? This, you know, let me just
Madam,
Fekemi, can you answer that? On the CTC.
Before coming to...
On the CTC, they
before
said...
the nurse coming... Baba Sholake, please hold on, sir. Please hold on, sir. Do you know all these people have their statement with police before coming to request? Let's just note that. They have their statement with police before coming to request. This is, and everybody was interrogated by police the third day Mohbad died. Reported by Adura, by Darusha.
Mohbad died. Brother, what are you saying now? How can it be the third day Mohbad died?
Day
Hello,
9.
Hello,
Day 9. Not the third day, okay? Feyikemi, get your facts right.
That's what? Darusha told us in the court that he's the one that reported the case to the police and everybody the third day. That's what Darusha said now. Who reported the case to the police?
Feyikemi, please, I want to ask you a question.
Something interesting. These questions are never going to end, just pointless. This is like the bottom.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Why can't anybody tell us anything about what happened on Monday? Because we can't seem to know any activity that happened in Mohbad house on Monday at all. Didn't he go out? Didn't even come out of his bedroom to eat? Is there no anything that happened on Monday at all? Because the mother is claiming now that Mohbad died on Monday, and you lot are changing the narrative that Mohbad did not die on Monday. So what happened on Monday? After the
Darusha said he caught throughout Monday.
No, sir. Please wait, sir. Please, I don't want to miss this. You know, on Monday when Mama Mohbad was waiting for them to come and see them to give her that 5 million and also sort out her shop. What happened when Mama Mohbad did not see them? What happened? Didn't Mama Mohbad go back to that house to see what happened? Why is it that Mohbad is not answering my call? Wumi, what actually happened on that Monday?
Do you want me to talk now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me tell you two things that happened on Monday. On Monday, Mohbad came downstairs to tell Spendy to look for a nurse for him. The second one that happened, Prime Boy calling Wumi told her not to come now. That's the two things that I know it happened on Monday. Hello, are you listening?
Why?
A whole day. 2 hours. Fekemi.
Why?
Fekemi. A whole day. 2 hours. That's the only thing. For a human being.
Do people with
that is not sick. That nothing happens to him. And you are talking.
On this TikTok, you'll be blaming the lawyers. You'll be blaming everybody.
No, let me sick. A whole day.
You won't be able to
talk. For a human being.
If you are in court, you won't be able to talk as you are talking on TikTok. You will ask somebody question.
Mr. Fekemi.
That person will answer you the question with evidence.
Mr. Fekemi. Mr. Fekemi, you said if you went to court, you'll not be able to talk. I think you want to speak for yourself. Don't speak for any other person. Okay?
I ask question ask question, not today.
Okay, sir. Okay, you asked question. I heard the question you said you asked. You said you asked the nurse. You asked him, her, if Mohbad was alive when they were taking him to the hospital, and she said yes. True or false?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me tell you that if I was in court and she gave you that answer, the second question I would ask her is this: Nurse, you said that Mohbad was alive while they were taking him to the hospital. You sat in front. So did you check his pulse from the front seat you sat to see that he was alive? Yes or no? That's the second question I'll ask her. Now, thirdly, why did Perez or Kuramed, either of them, confirm BID? So please, sir.
Let me answer.
Hold on,
The
hold on,
second
sir.
question.
Hold on. You come, I'll let you talk. So when you are saying that if we're in court, you'll not be able to ask, no, I beg to disagree, because just from that question that you asked, I have brought out 2 leading questions to that.
Okay.
To tell you that she was talking nonsense. Okay? Now you can answer. Go on.
Let me answer you now. Okay. I asked the second question from her. Can she tell us the exact time that they noticed that Mohbad had died? She said she did not know the exact time until the hospital confirmed him dead. And you said something that one of the lawyers asked her that you that is a medical personnel, you start with the wife at the front and you left your patients at the back. Do you think that one is correct? The nurse did not reply. He said it's a mistake. Why will you be taking someone to hospital and you are a medical person? You start at the back and you start at the front with the wife and your patient is at the back. She can't answer the question. That is why I said there's some TikTok question that you people ask. When you get there, people will answer. But this very one did not answer this.
Why
because
did
they asked her.
Why did you sit with her husband at the back? But sir,
I just answer you now that he in himself doesn't believe in the nurse. He just told
No,
you now.
I didn't say that.
Okay, why can the nurse? You answer. Okay, you just said it now. The nurse cannot answer.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay, what can you say that? What can you answer?
I will need a truth to tell. I will need a truth to counter a lies. That is my own opinion. If I don't have it,
if you are the nurse, what can you answer? You believe in the first, not the truth.
You know I'm not the
I'm a right now. You know how old you are. Don't talk like this now. It doesn't work. You are making yourself. I'm sorry. I mean, if you cannot say okay, somebody asks you a question you cannot answer, and you are telling me you are a human being. You are a human being. You cannot answer what they ask you.
The nurse agree of negligence on her part.
Yes. Now they ask you a question. I know. So you tell me, they ask you a question, you cannot answer. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? Wait. What does that mean to you?
Negligence on her part.
No. That's what you guys want to do. You bring them down, you make them used to it, and I'm not providing for it.
The nurse. The question is, Mummy actually said that another nurse was actually invited in the house, but in her city say she said Moba's nurse was not available. Then they had to call Spending's nurse. Then in our interview, she said a nurse slept over. Can you explain how that came about?
She said the nurse was there all through. She didn't say any nurse slept over. We have played the interview.
The night. All through the night.
Yes.
All through the night.
All through the night. She didn't say any nurse slept.
She said there was another nurse.
We all know that when Mohbad died,
she said that there was another nurse.
No, yes.
Can I ask a question, sir? Sorry. Yeah. I want to ask you, have you been to Mohbad's house before?
Me? No.
Let me answer that.
I don't know Mohbad before this case.
They have to
you can't tell me that.
This is not first time you are asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking you because I know what I'm asking. I know what I'm asking.
I don't know Mohbad. I don't listen to their type of music.
When you
said they have to call, Wumi said they have to call another nurse. And this statement, I believe she didn't tell police. Who is the other nurse they have to call?
Okay, Mr. Rotimi, if you listen to that interview very well, he said Mohbad had died. And another nurse followed them to the house.
When they plug the cup, so that's not what they
before that. Before
after the second hospital, wait, they came in. This don't change it. This is how she said it. He said after the second hospital, and they have to call another nurse. She now shifted the attention from that storyline. Yes. So after the two hospitals have confirmed, they said they have to call another nurse who came home. Okay, so who is the second nurse that they called?
The main point here is that Mohbad has died, Abi.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I don't need to answer that one.
Well, you don't need to answer that one.
Someone blinded. It can be okay by now. At least with all these things that happens tonight, you guys should be okay. Let me be realistic.
I want to ask him a question. Please don't be upset. Are you going back to the Corona inquest next Friday? Mr. Faker, are you going back there?
No, 11th of April, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Good. So before you came on board the platform, I don't know if you were listening before, we were saying that people who go to that Corona question should ask intelligent questions, right? So now I thank you for the one you said you asked the nurse. When you get there, I don't know if you've actually gotten a full grasp of this case as to all the inconsistencies. If you haven't, I'm sure any one or two people can point them out to you. Or if you want, we can give you a crash course. All the inconsistencies, so that when you get to the coroner inquest, when it's time for you to ask questions, when they answer you, you can pinpoint their lies and you can ask more intrusive. They don't give you the right answer. The judge who is listening, or the magistrate, will be able to see that you are bringing out the inconsistency and their lies. And that will play up in the final conclusion of the coroner inquest when they write the report. Okay? That is the only help I think you being on ground can give to Mohbad.
Okay, madam.
Any question that is against him, any question that is against him, it's never going to do that. As far as the question is against women, it wouldn't
Let me ask
question.
a question, please.
I just want to say this.
Madam, Abi, okay. Do you have pronounced it well?
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know something about court case very well?
Obviously so, sir. Go on.
Okay. Well, there's something that we dwell on this case that is irrelevant. Number one.
Okay. Go on.
Dwell on somebody say 130 and the other one say 230. That is why I love if Wahab Shitu is giving his own submission. He will point out the main points in the case. Okay, nurse came, somebody fought, this, that. I've asked many questions, even myself, about time. And the lawyer that I asked the question, not in court, a personal person. Anybody can do mistake of 130, 230. And most of the people in this case, they dwell on inconsistent of 130, 230.
Okay. So let me answer you. Don't worry, I know where you are going. I know where you're going. Let me answer you first. Listen, sir.
Let me learn, please.
Okay, I know where you're going, but go on.
Please, you will answer me.
That's fine, go on.
Have you seen Wahab Shitu saying something like that what Wahab Shitu is concerned about? Okay, nurse came, there was injection, there was reaction. It's a court case. It's not a market or Oba case that you talk, me talk. So you understand me? The point is there. Do we agree that there was a nurse? Do we agree there was injection? Do we agree there was reaction? Do we agree that Skurament Hospital? Do we agree that the Perez? Let's leave all the timing or
okay,
the other
one. Can I hold on? BBC. You're saying that people, the key point in the discussions that are going on in the coroner inquest when they're asking the suspects or whatever, the arraigntees or whatever, when they're asking them questions, yes or no? That's what you're saying, yeah? Good. Yes. Now, the second thing you're pointing out is you are saying that people should not dwell on the little detail. And to you, if I get this, I'm paraphrasing, you're saying that the time of death as per 1:30 to 30 is not really important. Yes or no?
No, the time of death is important.
Okay, so that 1:30 to 30, where are you coming up with that time?
That one is important. The hospital and autopsy will bring that one.
What are you talking about?
Let me explain myself again. Okay. Someone said Darosha called him so time. Do you know there's the one interview we make granted that 15 minutes they broke the news that they confirmed Mohbad dead. In another interview, he said 20 minutes. To me, 15 minutes is not meaningful. To me.
Right, okay, I get that. Yes, I get it now, and you're right.
Nobody can get that time. That is my own.
Yes, something to be approximated. I get that. But you see, sir, for me, the point where I ask you for the favor is, and Mohbad should be asking you the favor is, when you're in court, for instance now, if the nurse comes back again, or even the autopsy, right? I believe you're informed with the result of the NMS lab. I believe you're informed with the stories that's a bit complicated. Let's go to the doctors. When the doctor gets to court and you're there, I'm sure that you, very simple, an intelligent question that I'm sure you can ask is, sir, in your profession as a doctor, you have seen dead bodies, you know when people die. Can you give us an approximate time of death? I'm sure you can ask questions like that. Those are the kind of questions we're saying that if you're there, since you are on ground, you can ask the questions. Because why did I say that? Because when you were saying that, you know, when you're in court, we talk on this TikTok, it's not TikTok questions. It's questions from people who are engaged in their brains. It's questions from you and I who are spending down and trying to strip this case to bear, to pick out the points in it. Yeah? So they are intelligent questions. And if you do the favor or the honor to late Mohbad and you ask those questions, I tell you, I kid you not, even if you ask 2 questions, it is going to help with the outcome of. Okay, good. And please, I know you have.
One of them
go on.
Is that if the first hospital, if the doctor is around, I will, because it's the main person that I will ask the question. Why did you attempt to Mohbad before you broke the news about 15 minutes? Because what I heard is that Mohbad died on Monday. Why are you attending to a 24 hours death?
Okay, sir, I'm sorry. To me, if you ask that kind of a question, if you don't mind, I'm not trying to criticize you, but that's not very technical, or that's not very intelligent, if I can say that. I think if you ask him a question to say in a very nice way and say, you are a doctor, I believe by your profession, you should be able to tell time of death. Can you tell us the time of death, approximately when this guy died? Now, if you ask him a question and say, why did he attend to Mohbad, knowing that he died on Monday, he would, if I was a doctor, I'll answer you very simply. I'm not privy to that information. It is duty as a doctor in my hospital that if you bring a patient dead or whatever, I need to attend to confirm, give a professional, conclusion as to say this person is dead or not. That is my job as a doctor. And that will trash your question out through the door or through the window. It's just discarded. But if
no.
I would answer your question and I'm done with it.
Somebody that died 1 hour ago is referring to somebody that died 24 hours.
But sir, you were saying that the doctor... Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Sir,
doctor will attend to the body no matter the time.
Exactly.
The 24 hours body is not as fresh.
The doctor is
what if wait, you people said on Monday now.
Doctor attending to a body. Tell her what do you understand by doctor attending to a body.
I said somebody may die 1 hour or 2 hours ago. Doctor attend to that person. Okay. You can't tell me somebody died on Monday. Doctor attend to that person on Tuesday.
Tell her what do you mean by that? Attending. You say? So doctor will not confirm all the vitals. I'm coming. Now you said doctor will confirm all the vitals where anything is still working in the body or whatsoever. He will just come, take it to mortuary.
How do you think
he wasn't taken there in 1.5 blood. He was rushed down there. either dead or alive. He was rushed down there. So doctor will need to confirm either dead or alive, right? That is the same thing as attending to the body. So what are you saying?
Did parents attend to Mohbad?
They did, of course. They were attending to him.
Uncle Frank, please, that you're going to the corner request. Please, I have hope on you. Don't disappoint us, you know?
No problem.
Wow.
Mr. Faikemi, please, I want to ask you, can I ask you a question, please? Mr. Faikemi, I've asked you this question.
Let's leave him alone. Please hold on, sir. Let's leave him alone.
No, Mr. Shalake, I want to ask my question, then I'll be gone. Mr. Faikemi, have you been to Mohbad's house before?
No.
What's your relationship with Wunmi?
I am Wunmi.
Yeah.
I don't know Wunmi from anywhere.
Are you sure?
Yes, I only saw Wunmi twice in inquest.
Okay.
I'm very sure.
The day that the likes of Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike came to the house, were you in the house or not?
I'm not yet.
So you're not.
Hello, come. AYC, you have been saying this thing. Maybe somebody know this thing. I'm not
Were
yet.
you the one? What was your job that day? What was your job in that house?
I said I'm not yet. Say what I
wasn't there now. Don't ask the
yeah.
What was were you basically stopping people from covering camera? Were you not the one stopping people from using camera? Were you not the one?
Anything that I do, I will say I did it. Forget that one.
No, don't let us go. They are going you don't have to go personal.
I'm confident.
Don't go personal now.
Don't worry.
You don't have to go personal. I think it's able to realize.
You people know, you don't know that there are people that knows you guys so well. You come on here to the. I know what I am saying. No, I'm saying because I know what I am saying. I know what I. I know what I do. You know yourself. You know.
You don't know anything.
Just wait.
Faikemi, do you know my own question?
You don't know anything.
Do you know my own question?
Why were you stopping people? Why were you stopping people from coming in to stopping the press from entering into Mohbad's house? Why were you stopping them at the gate? Why were you doing that? So you tell me, why were you doing that?
Are you serious for this matter? Can you do a petition to me so that they'll bring up? Can you petition me?
Do you know my own personal question that you will ask that doctors? They are very good to this case. Those doctors are coming. You know, if I were you, because maybe I can be in Nigeria that time, but I'm not sure.
Doctor will see us for another people. Not do it today.
No. Let's just look. No. Yeah. It's possible we can ask for other people. I don't think any other person can ask for. Because to me, those doctors are very, very important. And let's see what they say.
Okay.
Because at times, I'm not a doctor. I'm not medically inclined. The only thing I know is about computer. So, let's see what they say. From your own team, as a layman who is not medically inclined, if somebody is convincing, you will know. Ask them just like 2 or 3 questions.
Okay.
I don't know. I know the meaning of rigor I will Google it. It may not be right. The own rigor may not be different from my own thinking, from what I read on the internet. Okay. On Google. Okay. They can explain to you.
But now, their statement in part of the body, Abi.
Yes.
Is it full body?
Ask them, what did they see? Was it brain dead?
But the Sholaki.
No. It's very good. So that you can be convinced too.
I'm not the only one that will ask questions. I believe in everybody.
Okay. Now, how many questions are you allowed to ask? I can
ask 2 now, once I have my time. But I know other people will ask vital questions.
Those are the questions you guys should have to ask.
Wahab is doing well on that question.
Okay, I know. No, nobody believes that the Wahab is doing well because the question you asked does